that NoOpCat said was in her blog was she
Everybody, all 50 million of us. I'm here. Bobby's here.
Hola.
Buji Ubuntu is here. Um, and we're mostly ready to get started. Oh, thanks. I love the music too. It's crazy badass.
It's kind of Adrian's thing, right?
It
It's kind of
is.
what you do.
It is what I do.
You don't have me chroma keyed, man. They can all see my green screen. It's kind of embarrassing.
I know, it's so funny. you're you're well backed. The music. Oh, it was stuff I got from somebody. Um, I'll find the deets and send them to you later. Digital drummer Jay.
Makes sense, man.
Um,
That's one of the reasons I haven't like tried putting music on my stream yet. Is well, I've tried it a couple times just to see how it works, like operationally.
yeah,
But like the kind of music I would want to play would just get me muted, and every time I try to go find some royalty free kind of music, it's all kind of lame.
yeah.
So I haven't found a good source for it yet.
I'll definitely send you details on that too because I I don't know. I found some pretty good stuff. You have to get a subscription, but you can use it. There's various things you can use like kind of indefinitely, which is cool. So I'll actually pull it up on the screen here since we're yapping about this a little bit before we get going. Let's see here, GitHub, and then vid stream hacking. Yeah, so in this repo, I have a music markdown file where I've been taking notes, and this actually has stuff. Putting the post in the chat too.
I think I've looked at this before.
Oh wait, no,
hey,
I just posted your startup battle. I did not post the right thing. This is what happens when I have multiple.
Hey, Otto's here. That's my boss, man.
Yeah.
Kukik Otto. He for some reason spells his name backwards. But
did you say, can we kick him?
Yeah. He's spying on me, making sure I'm not being embarrassing to the company.
Oh, that's.
I say that, but I dropped a link in our Slack saying, "Hey, we're about to go live. Come watch me." Woo!
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't think my chat list has updated yet.
Oh.
So anyway, that's my repo of like video streaming hacking stuff. So there's some different subscription services that you can subscribe to, and you can just play it on the stream. Like none of it's done up where you don't even have to mention who wrote it. There's a few that I think have like stars on some of the subscription services where they say put it in the credits or something like that. But even then, that's pretty easy. You know, just make a credit screen and stick them in there.
Cool.
Let's see here. I guess the next big thing is I need to go out and start an account at Auth0 because I haven't done that.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't done that in context of this stream. I'll admit that secret. So
it's not that difficult to do, and when you sign up, you actually get a free trial for I believe it's 30 days that gives you access to all the features. But then there's also a free tier of the service that gives you probably all we'll need for this particular podcast. Like we're not going to be stream. We're not going to be connecting to like Active Directory or doing SAML based authentication. You know, like.
Wow. Uh-oh. What do I have to do? It was 8 characters.
You have to use a good password.
It was a good password. It's long. Oh, crap. I can't really type it very well right now.
You could just sign in with your GitHub account. That way you don't have to have yet another password.
Okay, that's where I have to admit my secret. Then I would have to use my actual setup Auth0 account that I already have wired up to other stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is this my secret, my tenant domain? Can I change this?
Yeah, you can put in whatever you want there. Well, don't hit next yet. You got to change it. Make it something interesting.
Oh, sweet. It's available. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm just playing around for now. I'm going to be a developer. I'm going to put thrashing code in here. Whoa, that was thrashing zombies? What does that come from? Interesting.
It's like the thrashing zombies.
It's like giving me a weird. In stream, it's not showing the drop down, like the autocomplete drop down, which is super freaky. Huh. Oh, no, it is. It's there. I don't know. It's auto completing with something. I don't know what it's auto completing from, but it's like some domain names like thrashingzombies.com. But whatever.
Sure.
I'm gonna say that, and we'll just do it. It's gonna be a personal one for now. Oh, that took out the company thing. Can I change the account type later? Is that cool?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but I can dig into it and find out. And I bet Otto could tell us. It's kind of one of those things. Once you create your account, you never see those screens again, right? So
right. That's kind of what I was thinking as I'm doing this. I'm like, I might not ever have that option again. I'm gonna go with personal though.
Yeah, it's just for this stream. Like we can throw this away later.
Yeah, exactly. So. Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh, that's not my GitHub activity chart. but it looks like it.
No, that shows you your authentication activity, just like
okay.
the GitHub activity chart, right?
So any first steps I should take now that I've signed in?
No.
20 days.
Let's start with the app, right? Like we have an
Okay.
account now. Let's go find an app that we're gonna
What
build authentication into.
one thing I want to give an awesome call out for.
Hmm.
I didn't have to put in a credit card. Like I'm getting to try this out without putting in a credit card. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I love
and
that.
like I said, you've got I believe a full 30 days to use all of the features.
Yeah.
After the 30 days, you'll probably be having a salesperson calling you like, "Hey, you're using Active Directory. Give us some money."
Yeah, it just says it's up at the top. It says 21 days, but yeah, same preset. So that's cool. I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah,
And you know, I give people money. I give companies money.
sure.
All right, so now we're gonna go look for an application. Did you say you had found one or something?
No. I was suggesting you were suggesting we find a Vue-based to-do app,
Yeah,
and
like,
I was suggesting we make sure we find one that has like a back-end API that we could secure as well, so that we're not just doing authentication, but we're then also showing how to like get an access token that will allow you to access an API, sort of thing.
oh yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm
here's
saying?
oh there's a cool entry on the blog that says Vue.js authentication tutorial.
Okay.
And then there's the Auth0 Vue SDK quick starts.
Mm-hmm. But that both of those, one would be following a script instead of figuring it out on our own,
Right.
and the quick start already has it implemented. So it's like, okay, well, what will we be doing at that point? See what I'm saying?
We'd be figuring out how it's implemented.
Let's do it from scratch. Do it live.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But let's hear. Okay. So we should just do it from the docs then.
From the Vue docs?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or, I mean, there's Auth0 docs Vue. What says this? Oh, this tutorial demonstrates how to add user login.
Mm-hmm.
Should we just do that one?
Let's stay away from the Auth0 docs for right now. Let's
Okay.
we're Vue developers. We're just going to create our awesome Vue app, and then we're going to decide to do some authentication in that, and then we'll go look at the Auth0 docs if we need them.
Vue.js. Okay. So we want something with the services backend. You were saying,
Yeah,
but that would put us in the realm of not the UI.
correct.
And
So we're going to
Vue.js
have
is
a
UI.
single page application that's our client, and then we'll have a backend like API that's just basically serving up data to that client. Right? We want to secure the backend API as well as implement user authentication.
Yep. That is what I want to do. So the question is, all right. Just have tools used. Oh, this is a whole. I don't want a whole damn thing.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to search on my side, see if I can find a
Okay.
Vue to-do app.
Oh, there's some awesome ones. I'm just gonna pull up one of those and we'll work from something super simple.
I think that works for me.
Yeah, Vue.js to do. Oh yeah, this is la di da. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Then check. Oh wow, it's actually beautiful. Okay, so how do I steal this? I want to steal this app.
I see an edit this page on GitHub at the bottom.
Is it? I was looking at the. Caught a mistake. Went to contribute to the documentation. Edit this page on GitHub. Edit in JS Fiddle. Let's look at JS Fiddle too. All right, and then I'll actually go over here and we'll get. Well, we were going to use code, weren't we?
Yeah.
Programming, Visual Studio Code. Do you have a share for that you want to?
Since you're showing your screen, I need to connect to yours. So you need to provide me a little.
Okay. So how do I do that again?
Do you have the live share component installed or extension installed?
Yeah, it's the same one. It's the same machine that I used last time when we did it.
Okay. So.
Let's see here.
Oh, you have to open a folder first. Like you have to give it some context, right?
Yeah. So it's your file, new. Oh, I don't want a new file. I want a new. Yeah, let's just open the folder, and we'll go with. Let's go with desktop, and we'll just start with. No, that's a horrible idea. There we go.
Yeah, we don't
So
want to
we'll
do
do
codes.
codes. We'll just put it in a directory there, and then we're gonna say getting shit done. There we go. Cool. So we're gonna open that folder, and boom, we already have made progress. Cool. I'm gonna start with a git ignore file, and then a readme.md file. All right, just to get that, and then what's terminal? Control tick. Yeah, and then git init clear. Oh, really? This machine. Okay, give me 14 seconds here.
Yeah,
Git
I don't think you have
install
the live share installed. So you might want to check your extensions real quick.
I'll do that. Let's see here. Oh, this is some nice multitasking. I'm installing Git via the terminal while I'm pulling up LiveShare.
Awesome.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Ancient Coder, how's it going, man?
I just don't have it. Yeah. Hey, Ancient Coder. Good to see you popping online here.
I see your boss has joined us too. Hi, Lena.
I was gonna say, yeah. Which one? Oh. How do you see who just joined? I am not getting that information.
So I'm using the Chatty app that I sent you a link to, and it behaves just like
Oh.
IRC.
How'd
Right.
you have to connect? Did you connect via the terminal, like with?
No, you just launch the app and it's already pre-configured to like go through like an OAuth flow with Twitch. And then you just connect to your channel like IRC. I mean, it looks shockingly like IRC.
I'm doing this right now, real quick. Except my browser now won't come up. Why is my browser not coming up? That's weird. Okay, there we go. So chatty.github. I mean, it's not going to take me too long to do that, right?
No, like maybe 3 minutes. Actually, I think more like 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Oh, but I have to. I have to install Java locally.
Yes, you do. It is a Java app.
Supports 8 and okay. Well, I'm gonna what?
So how many steps removed are we now?
Hold on. I'm not doing that right now because the Linux stuff is like RTFM. So there's no installer for that route. Let's see. All right, so getting the repo here started, and then I have the VS Live Share just installed.
So you do have live share now. Now in the lower left-hand corner of your editor, there's like a little live share link. Click that.
Oh, let's sign in with GitHub. That's what I want to do. Damn it. Bear with me. Logging in. Authentication craziness. I always put my secret screen up of darkness.
I need to set one of those up.
I do too. And I need to set one up that's just over the window box thing instead of over the whole flow. But if anybody's watching, I'm just logging in, so bear with me. It always takes a minute because I type my password wrong like 5 times.
Yeah. What's funny is I set up 2 Be Right Back scenes, 2 different ones, but I didn't set up a secret scene. So.
Yeah, I need to set up a Be Right Back too. But I usually do a session at a time, and I haven't gotten up. So, but I need to do that because that's just.
I kind of picked that up from Robert Tables. Like he goes on for like 3-4 hours at a time. So he'll be like, "Hey, I'm going to take a break for 10 and go, stretch, get a drink or something like that," and he'll put up his Be Right Back screen, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's a good idea, right?
That was the birth of my idea of getting that done too. Oh no, that's what I'm. Yeah, it's a good idea because, like, I mean, you don't really need to break the stream, you know.
Yeah, Juan Lopez, I'm sure we could figure out how to get the JDK installed on his Linux instance, but that's like 4 steps removed from what we're actually trying to do.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe we can do that off screen for the next time we do a pair programming session. But right now, let's get to it.
Yeah. There we go. I'm ready to collaborate, and I'm also now logged in. So bringing the screen back, everybody. Click, 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 boom. All right. So I did that. So that means I can just go to this, and then, oh, and there's my fancy share dialog. Oh, everybody's not supposed to see that either, right?
Well, potentially they're all going to connect. Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all don't mess up my code right now. My non-existent code.
All right, and you're going to send that to me?
I think so. What? Well, the dialog just disappeared. Oh, there it is. So share server, expose local TCP port, invite others, copy link. Oh, so and then I can just send that to you.
Yeah, and just make sure you're sharing read write. That way I can type as well.
I don't actually know what I'm doing here. Damn it.
That is not the link.
Yeah, that's not the link.
What in the hell?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm okay, this is moderately frustrating. So I'm in a VM, right, doing this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if that'll even work. How do I think about it?
It should. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't.
So it's your VS Share, and then I go in, I install that thing for live share, then I click the button.
Yeah, you're connected. So in the lower left-hand corner, you see where it says your name.
Yeah, and I'm clicking on invite link copy to clipboard. But,
that's a good option.
Right, but
that's the option I would go with.
My drag and drop is not working. Damn it. Yeah. Hold on, let me think of another way to actually send that to you. Share terminal. Start a new terminal. Command prompt use by all participants. Share server. Expose the local TCP port to all participants. Stop collaboration session.
Yep.
So, where is a good global place I can just paste that in real quick?
Can you send it to me via Whisper in Twitch?
Well, that's what I was trying to do, but I can't copy it outside of the damn VM right now.
Oh.
Oh. Can you see? Well, you can see that, but then you can't click on it either. This is... Nope. Man, it's funny how fundamental copy and paste is. God.
Can you open up Gmail and copy and paste it in Gmail and email it to me?
No.
Attach it to a carrier pigeon and...
Hold on, I got it though. I'm going to put it in vidstream hacking, and I'm going to put it in the README file for a minute.
Okay.
Or actually, I'm going to create a file.
Drink.
Everybody's watching me do this horribly insecure thing. Delete this markdown.
As a security professional, I am going to have to admonish you for doing such foolish...
This is a bad idea. There we go. And now I'm committing it. And now you can go out to the GitHub.
Delete this.
Yeah, github.com/Adrian/vidstream hacking. Go out to that and go to the delete this file and grab that thing.
I am in.
Yeah, all right. So now I'm gonna...
That was the most ghetto share I've ever seen in my life. That was awesome.
Like I said, man, it's how to get shit done. Yeah. So,
okay, so
I can't believe I just did that.
Edit files. Yes, I can. Don't save that. Okay. I can't access your terminal, so I can't delete your root drive.
You know what's cool, though? I'm in a VM, so even if you could... I'm safe. Right, Ancient Coder? I wanted to do that, but the thing is I don't want to authenticate in Twitch in my VM session to send it to Bobby, and I couldn't copy and paste it because for some reason the bi-directional copy-paste thing is not working in this VM, which is actually pissing me off. I think I need to install some VirtualBox extensions or some magical stuff to make it actually work. But I'll do that in the future. Again, we're trying to like sort of stay focused here, but computers. So let's hear. Do I need to change permissions or anything at that point? Now that you said that, I'm thinking about
I mean, if you want me to be able to do stuff in your console in Visual Studio, you can grant me access to that. But let's see if we actually get to that as a problem before we go there.
It's a good thing to figure out there real quick. How do I change that in here?
In the lower left-hand corner where it has your name, there should be like a share console or share terminal. Yeah, it's like the third option down in that menu.
Oh, share terminal.
Yeah.
And share server, whatever the heck that is.
Yeah, if you were like say running a Node application or an Express application out of Visual Studio Code on your machine, you could actually share the port that it was listening on with me, and then I could bring it up in a web browser while it's actually running on your machine.
Yeah. So I just got an error. It said sharing terminal ms vs live share.vs live share. Proposed API is only available running out of dev or with the following command line switch. Enable exposed API.
So I'm thinking you need to do all the terminal stuff, and we can figure that out at another time.
Yep, that sounds cool. I'll type the stuff you tell me to. So.
Okay.
All right. So back to the thing.
So I can edit files, right? Like if you create a file, I can open it up and type in it. So that should be good.
I think so. Like you should be able to type in the thing that's open right now, right?
Foobar Baz. And if you go back and look at that file, I have magically transported ASCII characters to you.
Foobar Baz. Oh yes, so that's beautiful. Beautiful. This is like the coolest thing I feel like that's been discovered by my brain in many a week.
So I totally have that on my mind right now, the Foobar Baz thing, because I'm waiting for the .dev domains to be like actually inexpensive, and I'm gonna go try to grab that one real fast. Foobarbaz.dev.
And you just told everybody.
Yeah.
There might be some jerk like that Adrian Hall guy who just goes and snipes domains from people.
Damn it.
I still have another fucking side project.com. And I haven't done anything with it because it's another side project. So did that work when you sent me that prompt just now? Oh, yes. Look at there you go.
Yeah.
So you can rm-rf/.
Yeah. But now the rest of the stream won't be me going, no, spell it this way.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I will admit too that I'm pretty bad at actually spelling stuff that people are telling me to spell. So let's grab the HTML here. I'm just gonna do some copy and pasting. This might be kind of gnarly. So I wonder if I can cleanly copy and paste this stuff out of JS Fiddle.
You probably could, but you probably want to get like just the out of the box project started with the Vue CLI.
The Vue CLI? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, why don't I do that? Sweet. Who just followed? Thanks for the follow. Oh, by the way, did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it at all.
Oh, I definitely heard it. So I got alerts set up, and it plays like it's got a Thrasher person banging their head and throwing their hair around.
I can see it on the screen, but I didn't hear the awesome.
Mellow Hype 604. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, so I did all that setup, but I definitely hear it. You have the stream on mute though. That's why, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I have it loud. Okay. So we just want to do the Vue.js CLI. Oh, I guess I need to install the damn thing. Install. Somebody else just followed. Cool.
Hey, thanks for the follow. While you're on Adrian's channel, be sure to go over to my channel. Give me a follow too, because that'd be awesome.
Yep. Bobby's got an awesome channel too. Thanks, Kinanfsarcom. That's a lot of vowel and consonant pronunciation. Welcome to the Thrashing code. Okay, so I just need a terminal now. Boop. That's easy on the Linux. So we're just.
Oh, you muted me, so I can't share links.
I need to turn that off, honestly, because, well, I think I do. I don't know. Maybe it's getting to the point where maybe I should leave it on. But if you want me to share a link, I'm more than happy to. Oh, whoops. TV/. Wait, what is it? It's
so this is a pretty clean VM. Like you don't even have Node installed.
Yeah, I like to. I'm not kidding when I say I like to start fresh whenever I'm doing anything like this, because I don't know.
It's like saying I'm going to start from scratch building a cake, and first I got to create the universe.
Well, I mean, it's not we're not creating the universe. We didn't install the OS, right?
Okay.
I have another stream for that. No, but I like to start as kind of as fresh as possible when I'm starting a new project, just to go through these steps, because so often, and I know you've run into this scenario, either writing a doc or even just reading a doc, and you get somewhere and you're like, something is missing. And the assumption is that like all this stuff is there. And the fact is it's not most of the time. Like I just installed Git, because Git, strangely enough, is not a default thing on Ubuntu Linux. It ought to be, in my not humble opinion, but it's not there. It only takes 20 seconds to install, but you know, tutorials and stuff don't put that in there, but it's you need it for pretty much everything.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a collection pack where it's like just apt install this thing, and it gives you things like Git and maybe a text editor.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the notion behind build essentials too.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't think I don't think it has Git in it. So, and the other thing that I've found out too by going through this is, cool, it's on Pop OS, so System 76 knows what's up. They put Git on there by default. But one of the things that I ran into that was pretty trippy, because the error messages are kind of crap on this particular issue. But if you install Go on Ubuntu or something that doesn't have Git, you can't do go git and go some of the like go commands, because the go commands assume Git is available to do the things with. So it's a necessary dependency to just install the toolchain of Go, or have the toolchain work once you install it. But I haven't seen it in any documentation. It's assumed that it's just there. And I ran into it by going through it on a stream like this, so it kind of worked out real well.
Okay, cool.
All right, I just installed whatever it was, but it was long enough ago that I don't remember what it was I was installing.
Yeah, you installed Node, and I just verified that, yes, I can access both NPM and Node from the command line, and you're using Node 8, which is fine. We shouldn't have a problem with that.
Oh, and I didn't do global, though. Do I need to do... Oh, wait, that's not what I'm... Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's installed, and then... I wonder if this is even installed.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about Node or NPM. So now we just need to install.
Can you do this? I mean, can you do... No, you just have to break out of it, don't you? Yeah, whatever. Okay, and then npm install -global the Vue CLI. Boom. I do like npm. I like their little cute chart thing that they added. I hear that it makes it twice as slow, though.
The vulnerability scan?
Or, well, just the... Like right now it's saying load dependency, and it's got the chart, or, the completed graph. Like showing how much is completed. I was reading somewhere, at least when they first added that as a feature, it slowed it down by a literal double increase of time.
That's not unique to NPM, though, right? Like, on Windows, I remember people laughing that if you ran some kind of long process and you had a progress bar, it would be incredibly slow, but you could make it faster by just hiding the window with the progress bar, because it didn't have to do the screen refreshes.
Yeah, I totally remember that.
You remember that?
And if you...
I/O is expensive sometimes.
You would get different estimates, too, based on that. So, like, you could get it to... more dramatically changed its wacko estimates if you hit it and then showed it again.
Yeah.
So here's something. I just want to kick npm sometimes. So it says I don't have permissions to install Vue as a global dependency to have the CLI, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to sudo that to get it installed. But it's another one of those wonky things where Node wants weird super requirements for stuff.
Yeah, I think that's because of the way you installed Node. I use Node Version Manager, which
Yeah.
keeps it in my user directory, so it doesn't require me to have admin permissions to do certain things.
Yeah, it could very well be, and down the road, if that causes too much flakiness, I'm gonna reinstall it that way too, because that's usually what I do. But I figured since it gave me some directions right there on the spot, I just went ahead and did it that way. And it's getting us going slowly but steadily here. I do gotta also comment. Being that this is some new territory for me. If I just look at the last 2 years of my life, which has not been web-based UI stuff, this is fresh. But based on all of my life, I'm sitting here thinking, why is it taking so long to install a basic CLI?
It's a one-time install, though, right? I mean,
right, that's true. But we're talking about a CLI.
It's a pretty heavy tool. I mean, it does a lot of stuff. It includes templates.
Right. What's going on? I mean, how big are the templates? I get gigabit internet too. I mean, it shouldn't take too long to pull them down.
Well, you might be throttling your bandwidth into your VM. I don't know,
No,
man.
it's wide open. I mean, valid questions, but that brings up another thing. I will say I've got 6 dedicated cores and 16 gigs of memory for this VM, so it should run stuff well. It should do good with it. Oh, what? Skipping failed optional dependency. Chocodor FS events.
Yeah, it's an optional dependency. It may not work on Linux, so I wouldn't worry about it.
That's
right
just
now.
File system junk.
I think so.
I don't even need that. All the other stuff is important though, and it looks good though. Wow, that's a lot of dependencies.
So we should be able to go back to the editor and do the rest from there, right?
Yeah. So actually, I should have just done it.
Don't look at the dependency tree, man. It'll make you cry.
Don't you see the tears already?
Yeah. The interesting thing though is most people complain about Node, and that's the big thing that they complain about, right? Is I did a React app, just create React app, and it gave me 10,000 dependencies. And then you go back and say, well, what are those dependencies actually at? The vast majority of them are dev dependencies, meaning they're for your local build and deployment chain, right?
Well, and yeah, you got a good point, and I'm right there with you on. I don't know. In all seriousness, if I'm complaining about Node's dependencies, it's I hate to say this, but it's disingenuous of me, because every damn thing we have on computers is nothing but massive stacks of dependencies. In Node, you just see a bunch of them because you use npm all the time. That's all. But yeah, it's cool. I'm good.
I agree. I mean, you should care about the dependencies that you're deploying into a production environment.
Right.
But if you're crying about Webpack and how Webpack is so modular, sorry, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what gives you the awesome auto reload and cross compilation and all this crazy functionality. So
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Oh, I totally have to get off of this plugin board, because there's whiteboard share, and there's share audio, and there's team chat, and there's extension pack for VS Live. So anyway, I just got all that, but I'm going to ignore it now because we're trying to stay focused. But that's all stuff I really want to check out and play with.
So let's just go back to the queue or the code, and then we can scaffold out a Vue app real quick, right?
Okay.
That's pretty easy to do. It's just Vue init.
Yeah.
And then you tell it the template that you want it to use. So we can use Webpack.
Okay.
And then tell it what directory you want it to put stuff in. So we're gonna call it client. And we'll let that spin for a little while.
That's cool. I'm calling this application Clint from now on.
Ah. Well, it looks like you need more Vue goodness.
global add-on to be installed. Please run npm install. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you install globally, but
Just the CLI. I didn't install the CLI init. But it seemed like that should have come with it. Oh, jeez. That's funny. Oh, sudo.
Well, I guess I can do that. Ooh, I'm running admin commands on your box. Except I don't know your password.
Oh.
I bet it's thrashing code, but the O is 0.
Oh, man. So close. I gotta be careful. I could, accidentally type it in chat. Wouldn't be the first time I accidentally typed a password on the screen and then spent the next, 2 hours afterwards changing every damn password I have just because I'm like, oops. Deprecated. So CoffeeScript has some deprecated stuff. That's cool. What did you say? npm ls dep 0 shows your npm global installs. Oh yeah. Oh, and yeah, Digital Drummer J. True. Squirrel. Very much.
I kind of resigned myself to that's the way the stream is going to go today, but let's see.
It's good for a stream though. I mean, we're covering all the bases.
Yeah.
Getting shit done, covering all the bases. Oh, there we go. Clint. Just name it Clint. Oh, okay. I can do it too. That's right.
Yeah.
Project description. Sure. Vue.js project. That's awesome.
Runtime and compiler. Do we want the Vue router? Hell yeah, we do. Do you want to use ESLint?
Yes. Lint
Pick
the heck
a
out
preset.
of my crazy
We want
code.
Airbnb. We do not want unit tests. We're going to do it live. And we can use NPM.
Whoa,
Damn.
what is E2E tests with Nightwatch?
That is full end-to-end tests, with poking the UI with a virtual browser and stuff like that.
Wicked. Definitely going to have to do some more of that in the future.
And once again, why there are 800,000 modules for Vue and React, right? Because it gives you that kind of functionality.
Yep. Good point. Very good point. But
I don't know. I guess I'm a little gun shy of all the complaints around Node because I hang out with a lot of C# developers, and they're always really smug about it. And they're like, I tried Node once. I hated it.
Right.
I'm like, it's so magical, though. So great.
I'm just going to say it. Sometimes .NET developers are a little stuck in their little tower.
Sometimes.
So
I think that's changing at some point.
It is. But when I hear just nothing but complaints, I kind of just turn them off. Because there's cool stuff to do. With .NET, with Node.js, with whatever you're using, there's cool stuff to do. There's apps to build. There's things to fix and whatever. So. Yeah.
What every time I get in a conversation like that, I remember back in the Auth.net days.
Yeah. Well, and that's why
you were all talking about dependency injection, MVC, unit testing, Agile, and all the .NET devs outside of Auth.net were like, oh, no, it's horrible. Why are you doing this? I hate it.
Yeah.
And now they're all doing it 10 years later.
Yeah. Right? Oh, and just for contextual reference, I should admit to everyone, so I did .NET dev for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I don't mean anything harsh against people. I was in the camp. So, and yeah, there you go. See, Digital Drummer, you're not even in that particular camp. You like Angular and NPM, so, all good stuff.
Yeah. And it's definitely not a knock on the .NET ecosystem. I think .NET Core is awesome, and I'm really excited about it.
Oh yeah,
and I'm really excited to see what the old school open source style developers find out about it and start building awesome stuff.
Yep.
To where the awesome stuff's not just coming out of Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, the only gripe I have left with Microsoft is I still don't like Windows, and I don't use it, so I don't really have anything to complain about. Because now I can write my C# code on whatever the hell I want to. So it works out. It's all good.
And they make VS Code, which is the best text editor known to man.
Hell
unless you're one of those weird Vim people.
I don't know. I do like my JetBrains stuff, though. Especially if I got to start refactoring.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's beautiful for that.
So I was a huge ReSharper fan. I used ReSharper for a long time, but I just never could get used to any of their IDEs.
Oh
So
yeah.
like I bought WebStorm and I tried using it, and it's like I ended up fiddling with like settings and stuff, trying to figure out how to do stuff that I knew how to do from the command line.
Yeah.
And so I'd do that for about half an hour, get so frustrated, I'm like, screw WebStorm, I'm out of here, and just go back to a normal text editor. But yeah.
Yeah. I
Are you a Vim people, Juan Lopez?
I think he's just lolling at that. I don't know. I gotta say, who was it? Oh, was it Gary that did Vim? Somebody did Vim, and I saw them do a talk.
Uh-huh.
And afterwards, I had two immediate reactions. One was shock, and also kind of horrified at how amazingly productive they were.
Yeah.
Even compared to me with like years of experience using Visual Studio, and they were still whipping together stuff faster than I could in Visual Studio at the time, and it freaked me out.
True Vim wizards are amazing.
Yeah, it was just freakish how quick things were being put together, and I'm like, I can't even do that in Visual Studio, and it does all this stuff for me to make it more straightforward and stuff. So I was just like, I remember watching that talk and then thinking, I'm gonna get fired and no one will hire me to program ever again.
Yeah.
And then I realized barely anybody can use Vim, so whatever.
I'm pretty selective on the hills I choose to die on.
Yeah.
And like Vim, you see somebody who's very effective using Vim or somebody who's very effective using Emacs, and it's like, oh wow, that looks like a huge productivity boost.
Yeah.
But how long did it take for them to get there?
Right.
And two, typing isn't my bottleneck.
Yep.
Right. Like if I type and I mess something up, I have to backspace and clean it up. It's not going to kill me, you know.
Oh wait, I have to. Oh, I didn't RTFM right. I have to CD into Clint.
That should be client.
And I know. And then we're gonna run Clint.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there we go. I gotta say, holy smokes, that took a long time to install those dependencies. Your application is running. Sweet.
That application just popped up on my machine.
What?
I did not have to do anything. It just popped on my machine, and I'm like looking at the beautiful view. You're a winner page.
Look at that. Oh my god. That's great. So Clinton is available to me and you. I did click the button, I think, so that's why it's available in both places, right?
Yeah, could be.
So that's freaking amazing, honestly. Like, talk about serious pair programming duality or whatever. I guess the diehards would be like, well, you both can't have a keyboard or something, but this is freaking awesome.
Yeah. So we can drill into Clint here. And maybe we should kill the process and rename Clint to client, because that's going to give me iTwitch.
How much stuff is attached to that, though?
Bing. There is one thing that is attached to it right here. Think. Now that's client as well.
Wait, what'd you...
So
oh, there it is.
Fire right back up. I changed the package.json name to match.
Oh, is that the only thing that really needed?
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
So I tried running it again just to verify we didn't break anything. So while that's running, we can look in the source directory. This is pretty much where everything is. You have your main entry point for the application. Oh, when I open the tree and open files, it doesn't show up on your side.
Yeah,
unless it's just lagged. Is it lagged?
It might be lagged, but also I'm just going in and opening it right behind you as you say it.
Okay. So in the source directory, you've got your main.js. That's your entry point for your Vue app.
Well, where's that at? That's under... Oh, that's just under source, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep. And then in the static folder, I think that's inside source as well. No, that's just the sibling to source.
Static folder.
There's nothing in there. All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, isn't the git keep there?
was
get
expecting
keep
something there.
directory. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Post CSS rc.js package.js index.html. So index is just, oh yeah, so that's straight up HTML. That's cool. I understand that.
Where did you find that?
What, index.html?
Oh, it's not in static. It's
Yeah,
out
it's in the root. Yeah. Oh, and it's still, there's a thing to be corrected. Clint. There. Oh wait, I just spelled Clint again. So there's client. So if I save it, it should. Oh, it rebuilt it all. Okay, I was wondering if it would just show it updated or whatever.
So it's got hot reload just like out of the box.
Yeah,
which is kind of nice.
That seems kind of weird though, because why would it Why would it? I mean, why would it need to rebuild if you just changed HTML?
I think the hot reload is based on any files in the source tree. It's gonna hot reload for you. You could probably limit it if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. That's interesting. Kind of weird, but interesting.
Yeah. So kind of the big chunks of code are in the source directory. You've got a components folder, a router folder, and then an app.vue. And if you look at main.js, you can see it imports app. It drops the .vue off. It just figures that out for you.
Wait, so main... Wait, where the heck is...
In source.
In source. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So it loads... Yeah, app template, and the components, the router, and the app itself.
And then we have one component, which is the hello world screen that we've already seen. Right? So now we just try to copy your to-do app over into this structure.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So maybe create a new component called to-do.
Yeah, mostly that makes sense. Let's see here. All right, so let's see here. There, and then where did I do with the to-do part? I'll just type it in again because that one's super popular. Did you see it before I had closed it a second ago? It's a really nice looking to-do app. All right, open it up in JS Fiddle. And then, all right, so I'm going to grab the HTML first. And I guess the HTML would just go in index.html, right?
No.
No?
Can you bring that back up?
Yes. Oops. So, yeah, it says HTML. It's just sections, a header, and then a footer.
So, yeah, we're going to have to combine all of these into a single .vue file because he's got them kind of broken out.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
And that's probably a JS Fiddle thing, right?
Yeah. Well, so let's hear. So we need to go to add it here. I guess we can add it in source.
Yeah, so in the components directory, let's create like a to-do.vue.
Yeah.
In components.
Yeah, I'm getting there. My fingers didn't work right. Oh, wait, how do I... Can't you just drag it in there?
Yeah, you can.
Oh. Yes, I want to move it. That's why I dragged it in there.
And then a Vue component like this has 3 sections to it, and you just use HTML tags to define those sections. And I typically sort them as template at the top.
Yeah. Template.
Script in the middle, and style at the bottom.
Okay. The hello world just in that directory is also a good example of that.
Yes.
So I guess this bit would be the template then.
Yep.
And then, thank you for the follow, Alex Craven.
Nazabar. Hi, Nazabar. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes, indeed. Oh, it doesn't like this footer though. What is this fuss about? The template root requires exactly one element.
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to... Well, that doesn't even need to be there, right? Click to edit.
We don't need that. No. Get rid of it. Nuke it.
Boom. Deleting code already. Getting shit done.
And then we should have a script section.
Yeah, script. Alright, and then we'll bounce back over here and get the script. Oh, and CSS is just a V cloak. So there is my fancy script. Looks like I got everything. No crazy underscores or nothing. Or squiggly lines, I should say. Okay. And then, what was the last part? Script and then...
Style.
Style, okay. The Hello World one has it called style scoped. Is that pertinent to us, you think?
Scoped basically makes it so that it's only applied to the component that's in your file. You don't accidentally leak styles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it makes your selector syntax and your generated CSS kind of gnarly, which can lead to performance issues.
Gotcha.
Hey, Alex Craven, we are trying to put together a just a simple Vue application that has some functionality calling a backend API. And we want it to be as ridiculously simple as possible, and then we're going to add authentication to it.
Yep.
Using Auth0.
There we go. And I'm playing the part of the guy who doesn't know anything about HTML and JavaScript and CSS. I don't know so much about playing that part, but I am in that role at the moment.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Okay, so that seems to be there. Can I just do this? Okay, well, it's hot reloaded, but then it's the to-do thing isn't put into the app. Right? So
yeah.
like we'd still have to go to... Okay, there's app, and then we have to go to main, and we have to make this the... Wait, app. Where's the thing that loads the... Whatever loads the hello world, we just need to change it from hello world to to-do, right?
Yep.
I don't know where that's at. Oh, I like how it does color elements. That's cool. So how does it determine the name for this? Does it determine the name for the component by the file?
Well, remember your entry point is main.js.
Right.
So start there.
Well, yeah, so that says app and app, right? So then...
No, go take a look again.
Right.
Okay, so starting at the top, we import Vue,
right,
then we
Vue.
import the component app.
Mm-hmm.
And down on line 13, we set the components for the Vue application to that app component.
Right.
So if you change, like if we add a, what window am I sharing it? Here it is. If we do something like this, import, what do we call it? Oh, I'm not typing in the right editor. Main, we do something like import, to do. From to do.
But
and
it's
then we change this to do.
Right. Okay. Oh, and it shadowed out app. But then, so right there beside main is app.vue, right? So...
Yes, correct.
Oh, and it says export default name app. So that's where it's getting that from.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't do that in the to-do component. So that's why I'm wondering how we get our name for that to import, right? Besides obviously just looking at it and having created it the way we did. Because
I'm looking right now.
I'm assuming that hello world is app, because that's what shows up, on the page.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So we
see.
need to do an export, right? So
Yeah, in the script somewhere, I guess.
in the to-do view.
But see there, it also says export default hello world, and I don't see where the hello world is in
Where are you seeing
main.js. So like if you look in, where was I just at? Oh, the hello world.view under the components directory.
Mm-hmm.
Says welcome to your Vue.js app. That's the message, and then it's hello world is the name,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just doing an export default.
Yep. We need a structure like that in our view.
Okay, so hello world. I'm gonna copy that. Put that in our to do. And then okay. Scroll way up to the top here. Oops. There's script. Okay. I'm gonna put it at the top, I think.
Okay. Yep.
So I do export default.
Change this to do.
Yeah.
Right. And then I believe, let me find it. We can have import statements right here if we wanted to import something.
Okay.
Right. And then all of your logic down here needs to be inside. Let's see, where's that at? I'm not sure why there's a trailing comma right there. Oh, because it's a JSON object.
Ah, yes.
Methods, mounted. Yeah, okay. That should be enough for it to render, but we have all this logic. We need that stuff in there as well.
Yeah. So, well, okay, so if that's enough to render, then I should... I mean, if I do this, it's... Oh, well, it's going to say that same crap on that page, actually.
Yeah. Well, look, we have the structure in here, right? Look.
To do.
So, new view, data, to-dos, new to-do, edit, visibility. That's the data for it.
Oh.
And the way we would do that in our component... Give me just a second. Copy. Come back up
so
here.
it does
we have a data function right there.
Yep.
And it's returning a JSON object. So we just need to take that JSON there and move it up.
Wait, which JSON? I missed where your cursor is.
Oh, right down here. Starting on line 98. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So I can see your purple cursor over to the right in the editor. Love it.
Yeah. I think what's happening is we're having to map from the, what is it, Fiddler that you used, or
yeah,
it was like a web page.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not using component-based view, so we're kind of translating between the two.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Mapping it to the alternate architecture here.
Yes.
So I don't know. Based on that right there, the app view instance.
Mm-hmm.
Did we even need to do that thing at the top? I mean, I guess we still needed to do an export, right?
We do still need to export if we want to pull that component in, yeah. How does the hello world do it? It exports default from the script, just like we're doing.
Yep.
And it only returns data, and that's the only thing that's being used by the template.
Right. It's only printing that out.
There's no functions in there, basically.
Nope.
So let's see.
Oh, and all the links and stuff are in the right above it. So that's where all that junk is from too. Oh, and then it shows where it interpolates it into the thing as the message, as a header one message on the page in the template.
Relative module is not found. We're in main. To do. Oh, I see. I'm going to get rid of that. Dun, dun. I kind of made some changes in the main.js that I'm undoing.
Yeah, I
So
just
I think
bounced
you're
back
right.
to
We
see.
need to start with the app view. App. All right, I'm going to close that out. View. Get rid of that for right now. Have our hello world. I'm going to split right. Okay. To do view. So how is it defining data down here? View storage.
In which one? In the hello world?
Yeah, I'm looking at the to-do view right now. I'm trying to pick out some of the
Oh,
pieces.
yeah.
The filters app data as just an object, and up here we return just an object. So
right.
Theoretically, we should be able to go copy that and return it as the object.
Yep.
Yes. But I don't need double anything. That's still valid. All right, and a couple things that it has down here that we'll probably want as well are these to-do storage and filters.
Yep.
So we should be able to just dump that in right here because that's all local information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Filters, export data. We copied that in. We copied the data. Then there's a local storage permissions. To-dos, handler, function to-dos, to-do storage save. So computed column or computed values.
Oh wait, where'd you see those? Oh, completed action.
Yeah, I'm looking at the things that are defined inside the new Vue constructor.
Mm-hmm.
So like we've already copied over data. We saw how to do that. Then there's this watch thing. Watch to-dos change for local storage persistence. I'm not sure what that's doing. So I kind of skipped over it for now. There are computed functions of filter to-dos, remaining, and all done. Methods, add to-do, remove to-do. Some directives. Yeah.
And from the still not entirely positive. So like I'm looking at the import app /app imports the app.vue file of stuff.
And you're looking at main?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and what you are talking about doing is prospectively adding the to render in the app.vue thing or page effectively.
So we could go inside the app.vue in our script directory. We could import that to do view,
right,
and then display it in our template, right?
Okay. So on that point, it looks like we'd want to so at that point we would have to render the to-do in the hello world.vue component, right? Because that's the one thing that's showing up in the page at this point.
Yeah, but the reason the hello world component is showing up is because the app.vue references it, right? No, it's using a router.
Right.
and inside the router is where it's being referenced. So if you open
index.js.
index.js inside router,
Yeah.
you can see we're basically
Oh
saying,
yeah.
okay, the
So
root path is going to use the component hello world.
right.
What we would do is we'd come in here and we'd change it to be our to do
So
thing.
like import to do from.
And you want to use a crazy syntax that the hello world is using.
It's slash to do thing. So like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess we leave. Well, we
Well,
could
here's
just
what we
replace
could do.
the hello
We
world,
can leave
right?
this here, but we're gonna call it, and then we could just create a second one for our root.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That, and instead of hello world, it's just going to be root name to do. And we're going to use the to do component.
Yep. Okay.
But our component is janky right now. We're going to get a ton of errors.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it would attempt to render something though at this point. So.
yeah, but it's failing the compile step right now. Like the to do compile is just
Oh yeah.
exploded, right? You can see that down in the output in the terminal.
Yep. And on the page, I just pulled it up. It's like just color coded explosion in Chrome.
Yeah.
Chromium, actually. Yeah. So okay, well that gets the routing done. So we got that done.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to
That
make
is
the page
definitely done.
Yeah, we need to get the page to actually not explode though. That's the problem.
Yes. And the way we're going to do that is by mapping, because this guy's basically created a whole Vue app in a single file, and it's all kind of crammed in there.
Right, and we're trying to break it out to components.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or at least map it into a component structure, right? It can still be the whole huge giant thing.
So, yeah, map it. Yeah, mapping it, all of the to-do functionality thing into the component.
Yeah.
So many neat little pieces to this thing. But gracious, you got to understand them. Yeah, so what are we doing next then? So we have the script.
So there are some methods, and to define the methods in our Vue to do, let's see where we at. That is the template. I'm going to close that. To do storage visibility, export to do.
So yeah, our export to do is on line 83.
I'm going to close that. We should be able to do methods.
Okay.
And what I'm not sure of is, can this just be another JSON object we handed out, or does it need to be a function like data? Because if you look in the to-do app, the original one that we did,
that
we stole, data is not a function.
Oh, is it just like a property? Oh yeah, like right here.
Yeah, you see how data, and it's got a bunch of attributes. But in this syntax, it needs to be a function, so I'm not quite sure.
Well, does it need to be a function though? Can we not change it to just a property instead of a function?
Maybe.
Because I'm just thinking, like, it's probably being called the same way. It would probably be called the same way regardless when it's trying to. I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, so there it's a function, but in the other thing it's just a property. But isn't it either way going to return? Like when it's called in render,
Well, maybe
it's still got to return the same type of structure of data.
Yeah. So why don't we? Well, let's take out all of this goo that I just stuck in there. Why is it giving me an error?
Too many braces.
Is it too many braces?
Yeah.
Oop. Declaration of statement expected. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and we already have the storage. To-do storage is up above that. We already have the filters, so we can skip these down here. And we're just going to take this entire object.
When you said earlier, I'm not scrolled down on the terminal. I had not seen all the errors that we had.
So I'm wondering if we can just take all of that goop and just dump it in like that.
Yeah. That's
so we've
kind of
got
what I was thinking.
We've got the watch. We've got computed. We've got the filters stuff.
And methods.
Methods. I saw some red squigglies though, so I want to see what's up with that. So I'm kind of going through collapsing. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing on my end.
I'm trying to follow you around with it so that they can see it.
Okay. So I'm basically just scrolling through the big giant object we pasted, collapsing individual methods and elements until I see what it is that it thinks is broken. Got some directives.
Yeah, it says some semicolons are missing.
Expected semicolon. Like there?
No. That's what I was thinking. Right there, and it didn't work. It's way up here. Nothing. So that's that set, and then there's the to-do focus set, and then there's the directive set, and then there's the thing outside. So it's supposed to have a comma, a semicolon. What the hell? Come on, code. Give us a better clue.
Methods, directives. We have a to-do focus function. That's closed correctly. This is where directives ends. I don't think we need that at all. Problem solved.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that we needed something, it was that we needed to get rid of something.
Yeah.
Oh, and this one down below here.
So
that should just be, yeah, there we go. I think that, well, if we save it, will it rebuild? Yeah. Okay.
It's still blowing up on, let's see, components to do view line 11.
Wait, where do you even see that error? Well, I'm making the...
in the terminal, the output for the build. Like if you scroll all the way down, it should show it to you.
Yeah.
So you see...
Oh, there it is.
Stores components to do view.
Yeah.
It's saying we have an error on line 11.
Interesting. So line 11. Bloop. So in the section or in the code?
In the template, I believe.
Yeah.
And on line 11, we have a reference to something called to-do length, which probably means we're not supplying the to-dos array properly for the template.
Is that... Yeah, each one, the footer section has that too, for length.
To-do storage fetch.
So to-dos would be... Oh.
App mount dot to do app. To do storage key.
Move to do edit.
Sorry, yes, I know I'm talking to myself, but
no, please do.
Trying to figure out what we already have duplicated and what we don't.
Right. But we say it out loud, then we actually know we're thinking it versus just randomly going off in the weeds.
There you go. So I'm going to start deleting stuff that I know we've copied into our component ahead, up above. So
I'm giving you double horns on that. I love deleting stuff. delete away.
Before I do that, I'm going to see. That's my style tag, script tag, import storage key. So I think we go all the way down to export default. Here's where our component ends.
Wait, we're at. I'm
on line 187.
Yeah.
Ours is above. Theirs is below. On has change. What is this crap?
So we want to nuke our stuff? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I was saying was like, I know I copied this storage key as in our component. This to-do
right.
storage object, we have that up there. These filter objects, we have that up there.
Oh man, I just realized.
The data goo, we have that up there. The watch goo, we have that up there. Computed goo, we have. Filter goo, we have. The methods, we have.
Yep. Do we have those? Whoa. Do we have the directives? Oh, really?
What did I just do?
I fixed it.
And I don't think we need all of these event listeners and app mount goo. I don't think we need this on hash change either.
Skull Crusher for life. I agree. Says if you're not talking to yourself while debugging, you're not trying hard enough.
So I'm going to try saving that and see what our compiler tells us. It still hates us for line 11.
Did it change at all though? It didn't even change, right? It's 11.0361, whatever.
Yeah, but that's in the template, and the template is trying to use something out of the Vue context called to do, and it's not finding it. Right. So we're probably providing it wrong.
Yeah. So do we need to change? Well, there's to-dos right there. Can we turn that even into a function maybe? Will that fix it? Oh, now it broke all this stuff. Freaking
filters to do. Data is a function.
Well, data is a property right now on the export. Export default data. It's a property. So I'm wondering, does it need to be a function for that particular template piece? That's
probably. Here, let's do it this way. We go, okay, data.
Yeah.
You can return this JSON object, and then let's tink, and then we can clean up our syntax here. All that can go that way. Bam.
Boom, boom.
Oh, still failing on that.
we can just leave that way for the moment, though, I think.
Yeah, we can.
So, and then there's the watch below has the to-dos with a handler for function to-dos. It's doing a dot save deep. Filter to-dos. And computed stuff all done.
11. To-dos length. So
to-dos dot so in computed, well, that just says remaining. That's looking for length off of this dot to-dos too. This dot to-dos dot for each, plural filters, methods, remove to-do, edit to-do, done to-do.
Whose idea was it to use someone else's code?
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing we could do is we could nuke all this. We could use the hello world and literally add auth to the hello world, right?
We could. I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, because, we know it renders. Okay. Well, let's do that. I'm gonna nuke this stuff. So there's that, and then I'm just gonna leave to do there though, because I mean it shouldn't break if it's just not being called.
We can have our hello world back, right?
Yeah.
so that our route takes us to the right place. And hey, we're back to a out-of-the-box Vue app.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Should we call it a stream?
Call it a stream?
Yeah, as in like quit.
Oh, but we didn't do any auth.
I was joking. Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds like when I tried to install Ubuntu on this machine the first time. As soon as it started doing kernel panics, I was like, well, that's it. I'm done. But that's always, every time I see a kernel panic, I'm just like, oh god, that's going to be hours of debugging. And it was, so just wanted to hide in the corner of the universe. So, well,
yeah.
All right.
So let's wipe out Hello World here and actually let's get rid of the to-do. So delete that because we're not doing to-dos. We're just going to make Hello World look pretty.
Right.
So to make Hello World look pretty, we can get rid of the unordered lists. Like I'm kind of cleaning out the template.
Oh yeah.
The template section.
You know what else we should do?
What's that?
I am going to delete the style. Because why? Why even have it,
Sure.
There. We don't need it. Cool. So we should have excuse me. It's here, Chromium. Yep. Welcome to your Vue.js app. I am kind of
Okay. You are kinda.
Where is it getting that V? Is that in the code?
That is in the app view.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
The app view is kind of acting like a layout file.
Yeah, and it's just injecting the thing where it's the router view.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay.
It's injecting router view. Auth.
So yeah, exactly. Skull Crusher for life. Yeah. Sometimes you got to just nuke everything and start from the fundamentals. Especially when you have a genius idea, like just scraping a whole to-do app out of JS Fiddle and trying to make it work.
There we go. Yeah. So why don't we start by giving us like a common header? That way we can have like a log in, log out button in the common header.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and create a component for it called nav. Or I'll call it app nav because it's for the entire app.
Cool. That I can't see, I don't think.
Bam. It should have just popped up. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I see how it I'm starting to see how I figure out like how this share thing is working. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, so like the files have to exist for us to be able to.
Yeah.
Like if you create the file, I'll see it once it's created.
Mm-hmm.
So close that out. Give us a template here.
And there's that logo.
And we probably also. What are we using as like a UI framework? Index. We don't really have any UI framework, so I'm gonna pull in Bootstrap if that's okay.
Sure, whatever.
All right, so.
I mean, we don't have to use a UI framework, right? We could just use buttons.
We don't have to, but I don't want to spend half an hour trying to figure out buttons. Yeah.
Oh, but it's button. Right? I mean, did they add something else in the last year or two?
Nav, class. All right. So we close that out, and inside there we can have another div for the header. Div, class, nav bar, header.
Oh, while we're doing this.
This one is nav bar. You know what? I'm gonna stop doing the like watch me bake the cake because I'm trying to steal some from over here. So I'm just gonna grab it.
Yeah, just grab it. Totally.
Pop it in there. Bing. And we don't need these click directives or anything yet.
Oh, I wonder.
the Clint.
I just started playing some music. Did you hear the music?
No, I don't hear music.
Okay. The thing is it puts it into desktop audio, which is what your channel you're on.
Uh-huh.
And it just spiked out like it was hitting the limits, cranked to 11 already. But there doesn't appear to be a way for me to play the music and have its volume turned down.
Music was loud.
Yeah. I mean, most of my music is loud. But that was loud on the wrong spot.
Okay, so we want to use this nav in our Hello World. Yeah, in Hello World. So how are we going to do that? We have to include it first or import it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working in hello world.vue right now.
I feel like you've used Bootstrap before.
I have. That's why I want to use it, because I'm pretty comfortable with it. So
I hear you.
And let's see, we're exporting hello world, but what we also need are some components, man.
What are you in? Oh, you're over here. Okay, I just got to where you are doing code.
We're going to include AppNav.
Yeah.
In our components.
Uh-oh.
What?
It blew up.
Oh, did it? What doesn't it like?
3 errors. EOL, last, semi, and comma dangle. Comma dangle.
In what file? In appnav.vue.
Oh, the component just appnav needs something, right?
Yes.
Like you gotta say appnav whatever.
What else didn't it like? Well, I should have just removed one. I have a comma dangle. Probably
in
don't
components.
have a comma. Bam.
Oh, semicolon? You need a semicolon there? Oh, do it.
Where's it at?
In the components in the Hello World view. Does it like in components? I added a comma. I got rid of one of the errors, but does it need to be like appnav? Does appnav need to be a function to call it?
No. We're just saying use this component, make it available to the template itself.
Okay.
Right, and then up here in the template, I can do something like app-nav. It helps if you spell it correctly.
Yeah, I've always found that works.
Like that, and let's save that. And what errors do we have? We have one problem. It is a missing semicolon in appnav.vue line 18. Line 18, missing semicolon.
I think it's a thing up above somewhere. Semi. Why does it say that there? Because like it came up after you added the components, and the data part was fine, or it looked like it was fine before.
Missing trailing comma on hello world view line 14.
Oh.
So it does want a trailing comma. We're fighting ESLint right now.
It's ESLint, but it's a error, so it wouldn't build, right?
Well, they're just warnings right now, right?
No, one's an error. It says one error, comma dangle.
Well, go refresh the page and look at it, because I see 2 buttons in the Clint.
Oh, it stopped. Uh-oh. I think my hot reload might have stopped working.
There's a refresh button located in the upper left-hand corner of your browser window.
No, I meant in the IDE. Okay, well the buttons are there. Log in, log out. The Clint.
Oh, weird.
It
You have
like
completely different output than I do.
What?
Why is that? Here, let's kill it and restart it.
Yeah, I like that idea. Oh, there it goes. Now it looks like what you call it? Oh, it goes off the side of the page though. But whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, we could definitely clean that up. I mean, it wouldn't take too long. I guess.
Well, let's at least get it to show up on the page. We just need to add a scope, a style scope, a style in the style scope thing. Whatever I just said. I think you know what I mean. Do we need to add a style?
Go ahead, do some CSS magic, man.
Oh god, I don't remember how this stuff works. What is it, like body? No, wait. Yeah, the body. I can limit the size of the body. This is such the wrong thing to use. Wait, what is it? It's how do you do the value, the key value in it? It's body, comma? No, equal.
You still need to give it like a selector, right? You need to start with a selector.
I don't remember how to write CSS.
So I think what you're looking for is something along. Well, body's not a class, right? So in CSS you do something like body, do these things.
Oh, and it's width. That's right.
Background color purple. Yeah, something like that.
That's right. Okay, so then that would be the width thing. Wait, width semicolon colon and then semicolon. Yes. Okay, all of the memories of CSS have flooded back into my mind. There we go. That'll make it show up on the page, right? No.
App. I am going to get rid of that giant view V.
Oh, you don't like the V?
It's depressing me. Router view.
Oh, well, what style, is the...
Yeah, that's all good.
Oh, I guess if I do...
And hello world is our page.
So that app nav, thanks for the follow, by the way. The app nav, can I add a class to that? Does that work in Vue.js?
No, it would need to be on the elements inside app nav. So you'd want to do your CSS for app nav inside the app nav component, not outside of it. Does that make sense?
So in here.
Oh, Skull Crusher, we are both full stack developers and have no idea what we're doing with CSS.
That's right. Full stack developers, all the way down to the assembly. That's funny. Shouldn't body? Oh, does body not do sizing on width? Because it's the page? Oh, it's in the template. I can't do that in here, can I? Because it's scoped to the component.
Yes.
It would have to be... So I could do div, class, high, and then dot high, right? Boom. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that looks really stupid, but it at least puts it on the page. We can see it on the page now. Oh.
All right.
Okay, maybe I should do 900. Whoa, 900 pixels. Look at there. Look at that craziness. Okay, so we have our buttons. We have the component rendering.
Okay.
And well, we have it rendering in. Oh, I put that in Hello World. I probably should have just put that in AppNav.
Probably.
Oh well, terrible mistake. We'll just have to deploy it to production for now.
Okay.
So yeah, we have AppNav with the buttons, and we want to attach basically authentication to the AppNav, right?
Yes.
Or the processing of authentication to the AppNav, or initiation of the processing of the authentication that Auth0 does to the AppNav.
I am with you.
Okay.
in spirit.
Cool. So how do we?
So yeah, export default app nav.
Yeah, log out. So where are you at in the? I lost your cursor. Oh, there's your cursor.
Log in. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do I'm in app nav right now.
Yeah.
Right. And so we're wanting to handle like the button click event for login.
Yep.
So we need to provide that a method. So in our component, in the script section, we can define methods that are basically the template.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Methods.
And we'll want to handle login.
Cool. Thanks for the follow, Rolly3014.
Like that, right? And we
mostly.
should be able to alert. Right, so that's good. Why is it erroring again? Are you changing files?
It just says comma dangle.
Oh, it doesn't like my dangle, my undangle.
Oh, it's still a comma dangle. Is
Where?
it for the? Well, that's what it says. Oh, because you gotta have one at the end of the methods.
Ah, gotcha.
There we go.
Okay.
And it doesn't like no alert. That's a bad.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to know that the button is wired up the way I want it to be.
Golden God.
So, back click equals handle login.
Hooah! Hey, now that's
Now,
the JavaScript I remember.
Yeah, going old school. We should be able to go to the app now and click the login button and see our alert box, but I don't. Probably because it's refusing to build because of the alert.
No, it's still building.
It's just a warning. It shouldn't care. So is it popping for you?
I clicked on it. It didn't pop up. No.
Yeah.
No. Well, how about if we
it's
just
not working for me either.
maybe we just say, you know what? Again, going old school here, right? Yo, golden gods. Boom.
Okay.
Boom. And what do you mean? What do you mean no alert? It doesn't have an alert. What is the problem there?
Have you saved the file?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There it goes. Oh.
When in doubt,
when all else fails, kill it and restart. Okay.
Oh, no console either? Why not? Why can't I use a console? That's like the magical part of this, of doing it. How?
Here, let's go super old school.
Yeah.
Pop a debugger.
Oh, man.
Handle login.
I'm surprised it didn't just like crash the whole thing. Can we do log dot something? Does log exist? Logger? No.
Well, let's see if the it'll come up in the debugger.
Okay. Boom boom. Okay. Total refresh. Login. And then more tools, and the clear to developer tools. No, wait, this is what there's console. What? 2 problems, 1 error, 1 warning. No trailing spaces. Do what? Oh, there's Yo Golden Dogs. It's there. I don't know what these other errors are though.
Can you resize it?
How do you resize the console? Oh, you can just scroll. Control scroll.
Also control plus.
Does that work for this?
Yeah.
Oh.
You just have to make sure the console's focused, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it printing out to the console?
Yeah, it is. It's down there at the bottom. I did 6 Yo Golden Dogs.
Okay.
So they're there. I was just kind of checking out this other stuff that it looks like we have warnings and errors about. Like we have no trailing spaces somewhere. appnav.view, no trailing spaces.
Line 20. Yeah, there's like an empty line there with 6 spaces. So that's gone.
Okay, and then there's the handle login block.
Padded blocks view app nav line 19.
Yeah, for the handle login. What is that? That's. Are we not supposed to have that? That seems silly. Maybe this? Space before blocks? Okay. Space before blocks. No console.
Right. Hey, we're down to one warning. Oh, yay. Oh, and it's about console.
Yeah, so that one, we don't even care about that one, really.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. There's the console there feeding in stuff. So that's working.
So it's working. We have a handle login button.
We're actually getting so much done in the process of this.
So we've got an event, like a component event defined, and it's mapping correctly. Now we need to like call out to something to have the login actually take place.
Yeah.
Right. And the way I typically do that is I'll create like a services directory in my Vue project. So I'm going to do that. Create services, and then inside that I'm going to create an Auth.js. JS.
I saw that pop up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Auth.js.
You see it there?
Yep.
Yeah. And I just want to export. Let's see. What do I want? Let's just leave that alone for right now. But we do need the Auth0 npm module. So let's kill the application because we'll have to.
Yeah.
And we're in the right place. So npm install. Save 0 JS dash JS.
Yeah, but you know, the HR person sometimes like prevents the mass murdering like crazy person from coming in too. So, you know, they help.
While it's installing that, I went ahead and imported it into our Auth.js to where we can start using it.
Oh yeah, cool. I see that. You know, I really like this import thing from thing syntax more than the old stuff.
I do too, but right now it's so contextual about when you can use it.
Oh, really?
It can be kind of frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to log in. So I'm going to export a function for login, right? So export function login.
Uh-oh, we're gonna get more warnings.
Right? And now to wire this up into our app nav, we need to reference our service, right?
Oh.
So in app nav,
welcome to the mosh pit, Robert Tables.
What's
Good
up,
to see
Robert
ya.
Tables?
And the crew of 20. Man,
Robert Tables was my first subscriber. He will always be special to me.
That's sweet. I love it. we're making space around the table here, right?
Log in. We're gonna up a level into services, and we want our auth.
Little Bobby drop tables.
Like that.
Greetings, Hugo Dow.
Now instead of that, we're just gonna call login.
So while Bobby's typing, I'm gonna tell everybody what we're doing right now. So we started out with nothing, and we created a Vue.js app, and we installed some stuff because I was missing Git and other things on this VM. But anyway, we got a Vue.js app built, and then we tried to pull a to-do app out of JS Fiddle. That was my fault, my idea, my genius idea, which ended up being a trail down into the weeds, and then we had to leave because they were like snakes. We got back out of the weeds.
That would have taken like 10 minutes. It actually would have been a nice starting place, but
it would have. It's a nice to-do app. But so anyway, we backed up, and now we're we're working on adding Auth0 auth to just like a basic Vue.js Hello World app, and we added, what did we add? We added blue buttons.
Yeah. So
what's the button?
Let me see
thing?
what you're showing people. So we are working on our login button that is contained in our app nav component.
Yeah. So here's our app nav. So we got handle login, and then Bobby added services and is doing the auth here.
Yeah. So if you look up at the template on line 9, we have a button, a login button.
It's up here. Yep, there you go. See it.
No, line 9 of the app nav view.
Yeah, I'm back in it already.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
So we've added a click handler to that button to handle login, which is defined in our script block under methods, the handle login function, right?
Right.
So we want to delegate out to our auth service to do the actual login itself. So on line 16, I imported our new auth service that I just added that I haven't really talked about that much.
Because it's right here.
Yes.
With
and inside that handle login handler, I just call the login method on the auth service. So now if we jump back over to the auth service, all it does is it imports Auth0.js. We're not using it yet, but we have it there available to us. We define that login function that we're importing in our component, and then we're writing out to the console that, hey, our event has bubbled all the way down into this login method. So theoretically, you should be able to go to the browser right now and click that button and look in your console and see auth::login, right?
Yep, just like this. Boom.
See what I'm saying?
And then log in. And I'm going to hit it a bunch. And then go to more tools and then developer tools. I need to remember that shortcut key. And there we go. Auth login. And we have been spending a little bit of time trying to get rid of the ESLint junk, cruft, whatever. I mean, we should probably follow the rules, but we're not following the rules because we don't always do that. So there, now everybody's caught up.
Machine lyrics at this point, but it's a family-friendly stream, so I guess not.
Is it family friendly? I mean, I guess it is a family friendly stream.
I'm friendly to your family.
I'm friendly to families too. They're great organizations.
Okay. I'll stop making stupid jokes. Okay, so now what we need to do is we actually need to instantiate our authorization client, right? We have Auth0.js imported, but to actually be able to use any of that, we've got to use a constructor in there and hand it some information about our tenant in Auth0. So I'm going to start doing that. Co const. Why can't I type const? Auth.
It's a hard not word.
Auth0.webauth. And we're just going to hand that some parameters, and the most important parameter we need is our Auth0 domain. So domain. And that's going to be a string, and we need to get that from your Auth0 tenant. So let's go back into Auth0 management dashboard.
Get back into this pretty dashboard.
Yeah.
So now where do we go find that? This part I really don't
So
know.
we're working on an application. We're not working on an API that the application is consuming.
Right. So not on this API part.
Nav, go to application.
Application. Oh, okay. There's a big fancy client ID.
Not APIs, applications.
I know. I clicked on that. It's the lag thing again.
Oh, okay. So let's create a new application just for the stream. Right.
Okay. So we'll do create application. Call it Thrashing code stuff.
Yep.
Whoa, native app, single page app.
And we are doing a single page app.
Machine to machine app. So single page app. Mm-hmm. All right. Create.
A native app is going to be like your Ruby on Rails, your Express application, maybe .NET Web.
Oh, like
web forms.
Server side rendered stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so we're on the quick start screen now. So I guess we just need settings. We need to go to settings, right?
Yeah, go to settings.
Oh, now we got all the
Right
secret
there
stuff.
in settings, you should see a domain, right?
Yep.
And what's your domain value? Plug that into the line 4 of our auth.js. I haven't actually saved it yet, so I'll let you do that.
There we go.
Okay,
Auth0.
that's cool. So we got that. Another thing that we need is a client ID. So ID, and you're gonna find that on that same page.
Yep. And that's like a public value, but it's a hash or something, right?
Yes, your client ID just identifies your application to Auth0. So, say you had 5 different clients or 5 different applications, they would each have different client IDs, so it uniquely identifies your application.
Yeah. And yeah, Robert, I'm glad that it's that too, but I'm going to roll all these things after this session anyway, because I mean, there's enough self-identifying information on this stream that none of it needs to exist in 20 minutes.
Okay.
So let's see. We need the secret, right?
No. No.
No?
This is a very important distinction, and that's why you see on the create new app, it asks you, are you creating a single page application? Are you creating a traditional application, a client to client application?
Right.
You have this concept of front channel and back channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the back channel is, okay, it's my server, my code executing on my server. It's secure. You're not exposing your keys to anybody. Your front channel is things that is actually executing inside the browser of your user. You never want to deliver a secret into the browser of the user, right? So for a SPA application, you never use the secret.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But in a like say Ruby on Rails application, you would use both the client ID and the client secret when you're making back channel communication to Auth0.
Which of course is like a server to server auth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you won't leak your keys at that point, basically.
Right.
So let's see, what else do we need in here? We need a response type as well. And the response type we're going to ask for is an ID token. Okay. That's good. And that's all we need for right this second. So now in our login method, we can use this library. And the way we're going to use it is we're going to say authorize.
Oh, okay.
So by constructing the object and giving it a domain and a client ID and a response type, that's enough that we should be able to click that button and we'll see it redirect us to the tenant login page for your tenant in Auth0.
Okay. So let's see here. Saved. Save. Warnings. Errors. UL last.
3 errors. Why you error me, bro?
Yeah, where is this even? Oh, whoops, I didn't want the docs. I just want to see where the code is. Wait, where are these? Oh, there we go. Ignore the next line. Then new line required at end of file but not found in auth. What do you mean? There? What? Preferred default export function login. What is that? Is that in main? No, wait, that's in. Yeah, export
I just
function.
killed it and restarted it because I'm not sure if these are errors while I was typing because I was like frantically hitting save over and over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You like that? So I want to make sure that these are legit errors.
Yeah, now that I think about it, when I took the new line out of the end of that file and when I saved it just then, it didn't do nothing. It should have got rid of that one, or at least flaked out on something else.
Yep.
94% asset optimization.
Man, that last 6%, it's really working for.
I know. Or maybe we need to Control C that too. Okay, come on. Redoing it.
Oh, did you kill it and start
Yeah.
it over again?
That's crazy. What's it stuck on 94% for?
Welcome to the Bobby and Adrian show, where we repeatedly turn things off and on.
And yeah, if it's broke, restart it. But, oh, okay. I think it did a thing.
It did a thing!
Yeah, it
Okay,
did the errors now.
Okay, 3 errors. What are the errors?
So auth.js at 12.2 has new line required at end of the file, but not found.
Yep, so we can do that with
Okay.
just bang. That one's good.
That's what kind of... Why does it need an end of line character?
Probably because the ESLint config says that all files should have a
End of
trailing
line thing?
carriage return.
Okay.
But when I saved the file, it didn't like recycle the errors. So
Yeah. And then it says prefer default export.
export.
And then missing trailing comma on response type. Oh, that's easy enough.
Yeah. See, it's funny. We're using the Airbnb ESLint rules, and I don't use those normally, so I wouldn't have trailing commas. I wouldn't have, certain things.
Yeah.
So I keep tripping them that way. But whatever.
Export login was not found. So we got to remove default. 22.6.11. And
Oh, we're way down here. It's just a warning. We have warnings now. That's cool. Export login was not found in services.
the Michael Jolly's totally giving you shit for your background. Bobby's all set up for that green background, but I failed to get mine. So we were gonna have like just 2 floating heads, but yeah. So here we are. Anyway,
Come on, man. What is going on? Every time I save, it's not recycling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mine's crapped out on that too. So, but
I must say, our Clint Vue app is not very responsive.
yeah, it's not. Clint is not cooperating.
Damn it, Clint.
No console. Oh, so why don't we just take out the console? Well, it's still built, so we can go build.
Yeah, we should be able to go to the
And
screen and
wait,
verify
refresh.
that when you click login, it should redirect you to your identity provider.
Oh man, there's nothing on the page. Like I refreshed it and there's no. Did it crash already? It doesn't look like it's finishing, even though with well, I'm gonna just remove that warning.
All right.
And then yeah, it didn't restart the thing again. Still. npm run dev. Webpack building modules.
I'm not going to claim this is a Vue failure. This is probably something goofy going on with live share, right?
Oh yeah, it totally could be. I mean, there's so many implications of what we're doing at this moment anyway. Oh, prefer default export. Why does it keep telling us to do that? Why does it even matter?
I think it's because we don't have any other exports. So let's do this. I will create another export. We're going to have to wire it up eventually anyway. Log out.
There we go.
Aha. And to log out,
It's like auth.destroy.
nah, it's just auth0 log out.
Oh, that's nice. That's much more pleasant than auth.destroy.
Now is it gonna recycle?
No, at least it didn't on my side.
Yeah, it's definitely not doing it for me either. This is gonna take a while if we have to like kill the app and restart it every time we make a code change.
I know, right? I mean, I bet it is.
That looks positive.
That looks super positive. It only took 6 seconds too.
Wow, but nothing is rendering. For me anyway.
Me neither. I wonder if this is well, like you just said, I wonder if this is a Visual Studio Code sharing issue thing.
Could be.
Can we like say refresh the connection? Show shared servers. Stop sharing servers. Show shared servers. Oh, I wonder how many. Yeah, sure. Port 80. How many other things are there? There's invite others, focus participants, request other participants to follow you, whatever that means. Share terminal. I've already shared the terminal with you though, right?
Yeah.
And shared server. So I wonder if it's confused that that stuff is actually shared now.
Well, here, like kill the live share session.
Oh, just kill the collaboration. Do you have the connection thing still?
No, I don't. We'll set it back up. Let's make sure it's a live share issue. So like kill the live share, kill the app, restart it, and see if it renders.
Yep.
Without me being connected.
Let's hear you was disconnected, it says. Okay, rebuilding.
Story of my life.
Come on, thing. Let's see, I'm gonna bounce out of that. I'm gonna restart the browser too. Let's hear open up Chromium.
Should we restart your VM?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Let's just go all the way down the turtles, man.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. What the birder? What is the deal there? So, oh, can I start two terminals in here? How do you do that? Can you do that? Oh, geez, what did I just do? Oh, I started a second terminal. Cool. Okay, clear, and then curl localhost.8080 or crap 80.
What are you doing?
Weird. Built files will be auto injected. So it looks like the Vue is not.
Yeah, but with me disconnected from live share, can you start the application?
Yeah, so I'm starting it right now. npm run dev. And then, so we're going through the modules, starting that. Has that normal Babylon and Babel thing is deprecated. And now it says your application is running here at localhost 8080.
Okay.
So I'm opening up another terminal, and I just say curl localhost 8080. Boom, and
it's serving stuff up. Like, bring it up in your browser, man.
Right. It's bringing it up, but it says, but files will be auto-injected. So does it have to have the browser to auto-inject that? It's not gonna like do it based on the curl request. Yeah, because we're running in
development mode, right? So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, a curl request, I should still get stuff. Okay, here we go. Chromium's coming back to Chromium. Whoops, that's not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do localhost 8080.
How do you browse internet?
Yeah, it's not bringing up anything in the browser. And if I go to view source over here, let's see what we get. Yeah, so same thing I got with the curl. It's got the bootstrap in there.
Uh-huh.
And that is a good connection.
And it's not injecting any of the content.
Basically. Right, and it's not injecting any content.
Okay.
So I wonder
let's try fundamental node troubleshooting and nuke your node modules and reinstall.
Oh, magic stuff. Let's see your node modules. Move to trash.
Oh, Hugo says, does app.js have anything?
App.js. Oh, I don't think we have an app.js in here. We have a index.js.
Main.js, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has stuff because we were getting it rendered a minute ago. Yeah. I mean, maybe
it just stopped for some reason.
Yeah, maybe it's mad because we don't have a default thing, or we have a default now, but it has another thing that's not a default. Oh, maybe if we say that. Let's see here. Whoa. Oh yeah, npm install. I forgot that part.
Yeah. Well, it's installing all your 40,000 dependencies. We want to set live share back up?
Yeah, let's do that. You go down, it's mad that you added new lines at the end of files. Yeah, it keeps getting mad at that a lot. the Yugo DAO was pointing out that the browser had an app.js listed in the thing. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it says source app.js. So we don't have an app.js. We have app.vue, but we don't have an app.js.
Yeah, but we haven't modified the index HTML.
Right.
We didn't modify that, other than adding Bootstrap in, right? And that shouldn't cause a problem because it's just CSS.
Well, we didn't even modify. Oh yeah, that there. But we didn't modify the index.js in the router either. We just left that as is. I don't know. That is weird. Okay, npm is almost done. Let's hear. Restart live share. So I need to send you the share again, right?
Yep. You need to start it and send me the link.
What? You can now start audio calls.
Robert Table should like this if we're going to use the git commit method of sharing links.
Yeah, oh yeah. Invitation link copied to clipboard. Send it to anyone you trust. Okay. yeah, Robert, you're going to love this. Do you have that same repo open?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
So while he's doing that, we found this out earlier. So Adrian is working on his laptop, but he has a VM, a Linux VM running, and that's where he's doing all of his coding. And copy and paste doesn't work in the host machine. Like, it's not passing what he copies out to the host machine. So instead, we're going to GitHub and committing the link.
So it's there now in the delete me file.
In the delete me file.
Yes, GitHub for the win.
That was special.
I love using technology. So let's hear. Now I can just go in and then, yeah. So you got it?
Oh, it wants me to sign in.
What? Oh, maybe that's what happened.
I got booted. Yeah.
Yeah. You were like booted, but not really booted.
And now I'm connected and I can see all the scrolly things.
Yeah, we're following some not good practices, Robert Tables. But, we're doing that to show how this can be an issue. You don't want to do this. My live share chat came up now. Do you see this? In Visual Studio Code?
Oh wow.
Yeah. Look at that.
Wow, look at all these features. That's amazing.
You know what? So I bet another thing that could have happened was when your Visual Studio Code started to resync and like do something at some point, it was like, oh, I need plugins, I need this other thing, oh, I need this stuff reset. So then it broke the terminal probably, or something weird like that.
I'm going to say it's because we're not using Vim. If we were elite text hackers in Vim, we would have had this written already.
Man, we could be like transferring it in real time over SSH and stuff, and like it would be magic, and no one would understand what the hell we're doing.
It'd be super dope.
Yeah, total black box coding.
I'm not concerned with nobody out there not understanding what we're doing. I'm more concerned with me not understanding.
Yeah, that happens too. It's like, well, I got all this to work, and yep, no idea.
Okay, well, I can see the progress bar. This is hot.
Oh, that's cool. So it was still
awesome.
going.
Progress bar.
Oh, look, it finished.
Okay.
Just as we reconnected. This is getting pretty elite. I feel like we're reaching all new levels of co-hacking awesomeness live. So okay, make the terminal. What? Requested. Okay, Bobby requested.
So next time, when you invite me onto your stream to like add authentication to an app, maybe we should have an app first.
Yes.
Just a theory, but
this is true.
Okay, so let's run it and see if it actually works now.
In my defense, and also totally my fault, I was just thinking we could use the to-do thing. I hadn't really thought about how complicated it is to actually take the to-do thing to be an app. So I probably should have made that work first. But, you know, we're covering all the bases. So this is a perfect session where someone can start from nothing and get it figured out.
Yeah, but they'd have to listen to us ramble for an hour to get to the button clicks. Yay!
We'll send them we'll put a time slice thing in. Put it on YouTube, and we'll put time slice in and say you can start right here for the meat of the session, unless you want to hear all the entertaining nonsense that goes on during the rest of the session.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, we did RM-RF
like
slash last
hello
time.
internet. On the stream we have a combined over 25 years of experience in full stack application developer. Today we spend an hour and a half making a button click handler.
That's right. That's like that. Robert just said that. Oh yeah, and you were there last time when I did that to Bobby, right, Robert? When I tried to do the RM-RF.
Your export login was not found. Someone keeps inserting this damn default back in there like some kind of
crazy person.
Nazi or something.
Yeah. Lena thought that was the greatest expression ever, by the way, last week when we were doing the session. And you said, sure, you can execute a command there. And then you looked at what I had written, and you're like, whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, the reaction on my face was pretty funny.
Yeah. There we go. Progress.
Okay, so... Oh, you haven't shared the port with me, so I can't see it.
I haven't?
You're going to have to show it to me.
I just have to reshare it then. So start, join audio call, stop. Oh, more buttons from the last time. So let's do share server. Enter the TCP port 8080. Bloop. It says it's already being shared.
8080?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Localhost 8080. Oh yeah, there's Clint, and it's still not rendering.
Ah, shit. Okay, well that kind of makes sense though, because
it does. Explain it to me.
No, I meant like it makes sense.
Excruciating detail, please.
It makes sense in the sense that that's exactly what I got before we reconnected.
Yeah. So let's try this. Let's go to our components and app nav. And let's undo the things we did there because it worked before we did these things, right? So I saved that.
See you, Yuga Dao. Have fun. Right, wait. What did you just do?
So on line 16, I commented out the import, and on line 22, I commented out the call to log in.
Ah, okay. Just to see if we can render.
Yeah, like, does it start rendering again because we did that?
Right.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't? Son of Britain. What the hell? Something seems fishy.
Hey, why don't you try killing it on your side and
like
restarting? Because I'm killing it and restarting it from my side.
Waiting for localhost. What's it doing? Oh, it's still building stuff. Oh, I got 2 errors. Oh, for the comment.
Because I don't have a space in my comments.
Log stuff.
Nazi ES lint.
Let's do this.
You're worse than Hitler.
Oh, I'm just continuously restarting this now out of habit.
I feel like we should have like the Benny Hill theme song playing.
Yeah, seriously. If I could figure out the darn music volume and it wouldn't like just blast everybody, I would get in there and do that.
So as soon as we have some errors, you are one of those weird no semicolon JavaScripters.
Me?
Yeah.
I leave out all this stuff. F# contaminated me forever. I leave out all the semicolons. I try to write C# that way now too.
It also doesn't like the fact that you use double quotes.
What?
Oh man. All right, yes, Lent.
Oh, what was that?
Sick of You by Guar.
That sounds groovy. Oh, whoops, I killed it. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it.
Yeah, I think we're beyond semicolon saving us. We may need a full colon to save us.
One warning. What? Oh, no console.
Okay, warning's fine. Warning's
Yeah.
fine.
It's there!
Did Clint load?
Clint loaded. The button's there and everything, and I clicked login, and let me go look at... Man, I feel like I'm getting way too excited about the fact that we just got the shit to show back up in the thing. Okay. Oh, the console.log worked too.
Okay.
So we're getting there.
There's something wrong with you. Because it's not me.
What?
No, I'm just trying to blame you for...
Well, so it's...
Okay, so I'm bringing my import statement back in. I'm bringing my login call back in. Now, by doing that, does it error? And is there anything in the debug console?
Running. More tools.
Skull Crusher, I'm assuming it has something to do with it not liking my import statement for the login function.
That's my thought too. So I just refreshed, and yeah, console's working. It's working.
Well, if you hit the login button, does it do anything?
Yeah, it writes the console, but it didn't do nothing. It didn't take me to login to nothing.
You know, dude, man, I agree with you. This is truly how devs work every day in large corporations. One difference might be that they're doing this with technology they know.
Yes.
So
probably.
Both Adrian and I are relatively new with Vue, and so we're like smashing our face against it a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a part of the learning process, right? Because there you go.
Wait, what did it say? It was
you can't
quiet.
hear it?
It was too low.
Okay, here we go. Let me turn it up.
Dude, sucking at something is the first step towards being sorted good at something.
Oh.
So wait, where are we at? Where is it running?
So
go to your browser and click the button. Does it take you to your Auth0 tenant?
It's no, that's the problem. It's like it's dying somewhere in here. Like if I say,
I can't see your browser. I can't see what's going on.
Cheese. Oh, I'm in the virtual box. I mean, not the Visual Studio Code. But okay, so I saved that, and theoretically, it doesn't look like it's rebuilding on any of this. Anyway.
Yeah, my terminal output hasn't changed at all.
So I'm gonna run again, and let's see what happens. Actually, because that might be.
We might actually want to give it a try where we connect with live share, but you don't share your terminal with me. Like you kick me out of the terminal, and you have to do all the terminal-y stuff.
Okay.
How do we have 4 errors now? How do we change like one line and get 4 errors?
We're good, man. We're real good.
Expected indentation.
What?
Basic. But found 4 in Auth.js line 15.
Oh, is that because did I tab something?
Yeah,
Shit.
I think so.
You know, one thing I gotta say.
Yeah.
When building stuff with JavaScript, it does seem routinely fragile. Like most of the time, like you tweak just a little bit of stuff, and like all sorts of arbitrary things seem to fall apart. But again, that might be just an observation of at this point in time, not knowing Vue super well, what's going on, and
You know,
having all these extra pieces that we're working with, like the code share and stuff.
yeah. I was just going to be snarky and say that, what I've never seen in any node project I've ever worked in was two different versions of Express referenced and used on different pages of the Express application. And I've seen that in .NET like 15 times, where people include 5 different versions of the enterprise library, and all they use out of it is the database connection. So in terms of brittle environments, you kind of get what you pay for, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not, yeah, yep, that.
Okay, so
so
I'm seeing one problem, a warning, which is with your console line. Did you just kill it and start it again?
Yeah, I did, because
Okay.
I made a change.
Okay. So just to be clear, everyone, so far we have built a button click handler, and we're struggling to get it to redirect us to a page.
Yep. All right, so
All in a day's work.
it doesn't render. Yeah, when we add the functions back, the import, it doesn't render.
Yeah. Are there any errors in the console or anything as to why it's not rendering?
Oh, you know what? We do have this junk in here. What is this? appnav.view unexpected console statement. Okay, that we know about because we put that there. But then we have this other warning too, which is something I don't know what that is. So selector.js, Babel loader, components hello world view, da 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 da, something. And then usually like down here is where the console.log thing runs when the button shows up.
I do see an error in your dev tools, like up in the upper right hand corner. You see it?
Oh yeah. Well, where is that?
Where is that error?
Oh, whoops, up here. Client ID option is required.
Client ID option is required. So did I misspell client ID?
It might be Clint ID.
No, it is client ID.
Oh, is it case sensitive?
Looks like it, yeah.
Oh, snapples. All right, killing and moving. There we go. Displaced. Building. Dude, that's that's a funny error. One error, one warning. No unused vars. What? Where? Oh, login is defined but never used. Oh, that's because Oh, it's interesting. It makes it like a strongly typed language in some regards, almost. Wait, where it needs to be in...
Login is defined but never used. That's in app nav. We're pulling out login. Oh, it was commented out. Yeah.
Yep, I did that.
Yep. Cool.
So let's do this.
That at least made sense.
It did. It's pretty good. And then the other thing, unexpected console statement. So that was the only thing. No console. And yeah, okay. It's interesting that makes that an error because I mean JavaScript should just go and then break itself. Mm-hmm. But the ESLint caught it. That's a good thing, really, right? At least I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I really don't normally have problems with ESLint like this, but I usually have it configured to my coding style, so it's reminding me of, hey, you dropped a semicolon, you put that in, and I appreciate it.
So. All right.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh, boom! Well, okay. I got super excited, even though it broke. It says there could be a misconfiguration in the system or a service outage. We track these errors automatically, but if the problem persists, feel free to contact us. Please try again. I want to contact...
That is expected.
Okay.
Can you let me see the URL?
Yes. You want me to put it in a GitHub repo?
Well, actually, you know what? I can do it from my side. Never mind.
Yeah.
Bam, Thrashing code. We have a client ID in our URL. We're asking asking for OpenID profile and email. We have Auth0 client. So the one thing that we're missing is we're handing off responsibility for authenticating the user to an identity provider, and we're using Auth0.
Right.
So once that identity provider authenticates the user, you got to send the user back somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what we're missing is a redirect query in our Auth.js Auth0 web auth constructor. So we need to add that in, right?
Okay, so that's like up here.
Yes. So redirect capital URI.
Oh, look, it auto completes it, but it doesn't do it the right syntax according to capital URI.
RI should be lowercase.
Oh, okay.
Capital U.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be.
So we want to send it back to like http://localhost 8080.
Like that.
Yeah.
And a trailing comma, and then save.
But that's just going to bring us to our default route of hello world. We actually need to do something with the data that it sends to the redirect query.
Okay.
So let's create a route for callback, and we'll make our redirect query, localhost :8080/callback.
Boom.
Like that, right?
Yep.
Okay, now we need to go back to your Auth0 management dashboard, and we need to put that URL, the redirect URL, into the allowed redirect URL dialog for your application.
Yep, that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Another thing that we need to do is we need to open up cores for localhost. So the box immediately below allow callback URLs has an allowed web origins. You want to put your localhost 8080 in there, and you do need the schema in both of those. So HTTP : whack. Oh, you're not even there. So
yeah, I'm getting there. Go as fast as I can. Okay, so we need to do that in
your application.
Yeah. Right, so an application and then allowed callback URLs. Oh, not that thing. HTTP : bang localhost 8080, and it's callback, right? That's what I call it.
Yep.
And then allowed web origins.
Mm-hmm.
And that just needs to be basically the same thing, right? Localhost
without
8080.
the callback. Yeah.
Right. And then allowed logout URLs. Do we need to put?
We're not going to mess with that right now.
Okay. And allowed origin
we're
cores.
Strictly working on the login flow, right?
Yes. So an allowed origin cores, would that just be the same thing?
Allowed origins. Let's see. Allowed web origins is all we need. We don't need to mess with the.
Oh, we don't need to do cores.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And then I need a save button. Is that what I need? Yeah. Cores. That's how I feel about cores too.
Yeah. So if you're in any of the fields like typing, you can hit Command Save or Control Save, and it should save for you. Or the save button's all the way at the bottom if you need a clicky.
Cool. I went down and did the clicky.
Okay. So now with that done, we should be able to go hit our app again and successfully go over to our identity provider to authenticate.
Oh, snap. Oh, I can use Google. Or I can use the thing, right? Like my account that I just did.
Don't sign in yet, okay? This is the default values.
Yeah.
Go back to your application settings.
Oops. There we go. Oh, whoops. I mean, not that. Okay, here we go. Is there a place to do like add-ons or something? Or connections?
And what we want to look at connections and then social.
Cool. Connections, social. It just
and
has
like,
one thing.
Flip the one for GitHub.
I don't see one for GitHub.
Oh, you're looking in the wrong place. Click connections on the left. In the left now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Social. Oh, and there's database and enterprise. That's like SSO and other stuff, huh?
Yeah, and we're gonna enable GitHub authentication basically, right?
Yeah, let's
So
do that.
you have Google on by default. Now you can just flip the little dip switch for GitHub, and it's going to ask you some information. You need to go register your application as a consumer of GitHub's IDP.
Ah.
Right?
Okay. So then I have to get the keys and stuff. Client ID, client secret. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, all right, where is that at in here now? I haven't done this
So
in ages.
there's a link right there underneath where it says client ID in the management dashboard.
Oh, how to obtain a client ID?
To the right place.
Okay. Oh, it says settings, developers. Developers. I'm sorry. Oh, I have that old app. Funny. Hide screen. 100 cheers. Thanks for worrying about my secrets. All this stuff is deleted in like 2 minutes. Okay,
2 minutes is enough to take over your Amazon account and start spinning up blockchain miners.
But well, I'm not on Amazon. We didn't do any Amazon stuff, right?
No.
What an evil laugh. So is this what I need? I think something like this, and then cheese at Thrashing code. There we go. And then the callback URL would be that. Whoops, and that. And then register application.
Well, be sure to look at the docs, right? The social connections. It tells you what you need to put in for each of those values.
Oh. Well, oh. Damn it, RTFMing. Register your application, application name, name of your application, homepage, URL, your domain, the description of the app users will see.
So while you're reading that, I'll kind of explain what's going on. So our application is using Auth0 as its identity provider, right?
Yep.
Auth0 itself is using your tenant to proxy to GitHub as a third-party identity provider. So the values you put in for the application that's consuming your GitHub app is Auth0, not your application. Does that make sense? You're configuring GitHub to be an identity provider for your Auth0 tenant, which is an identity provider for your application. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. And now for that little touchy secret, I did actually block that out for everybody. So now I'm going to put us back in here. And you can see I put the secret bits in, and they're now secret. And I saved it. So.
Okay. So now we should be able to go back to Clint.
Oh.
Or did you save? Did you click save?
I did click save, but I need to turn it on for an app. So I'm going to turn it on for this Thrashing code stuff app.
Yep.
There we go. So save that, and I'm going to close out of it. And it looks like it's on. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Oh, I see you have the Russian VK site. Yandex, too. Impressive. 37 signals. Bots. Tons of Salesforce.
Yep.
Baidu. AOL. AOL still exists? Cool.
And there's actually, even though if there's an OAuth2 provider out there, identity provider, that is not in this list with the convenient little dip switches,
yeah,
there's a way to wire it up anyway. So
cool.
These are just like, okay, well, if you already have client keys for GitHub, Facebook, and Twitter, here's a convenient way to just activate them within your account, right?
Yep.
But if you've got Joe Bob's Pizza Hut that happens to have an OAuth2 based identity provider, you can still use that as well, but the configuration is slightly different.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
so if we go back to Clint.
Yeah, so back to Clint. There's Clint. So now when I log in, I'll get the GitHub auth, right? Oh, magical.
Yep.
So now I'm auth for that. The redirect URL must match the registered callback URL for this application. Did I type it wrong or something?
Well, what's the URL that you went back to? I can't quite see it.
Localhost 8080/callback.
Okay. We don't have a callback route. We just said it was there.
Oh, that's right.
Right now we need to actually implement that. But before we implement that, I need to take like a 5-minute break and get a beverage and shake a leg and pet my dog, kiss my wife.
There you go. Do that. So
be back in 5.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right.
In the meantime, I'm going to talk to everybody about making a screen that says we'll be back in 5.
Okay.
Hey, Robert Tables, where did you get your screen for you'll be back in 5? Okay, got that in there. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to have to do a router. Love that green background of Bobby's. I'm going to have to get that going on so I can be an invisible floating head too. I'm gonna give everybody a little countdown. I'll be back in 5 minutes too. So in the meantime, watch the countdown again. It's cool. I promise. Oh no! Hey, that's a good idea. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do this. So I'll be back in 5, y'all, or like 3-ish minutes or so. Test.
You pass. Make some progress. You just put your intro screen up.
They should be able to hear you, but the music should be way louder. So now the music just ended. So everybody should be able to hear us now. But I was just saying, when we were talking a second ago, they probably couldn't hear us because the music
That countdown timer is awesome. I like that countdown timer.
Yeah? I just used the OBS thing and put my badass font on it. Y'all like that countdown timer? It's kind of slick. I do wish it didn't have 3 spaces for like basically 2 hours of countdown. That's a little bit much for a countdown. And the funny thing is, it actually says starting something. I forget, but what I did was I actually moved it over on the screen far enough where
that you can't see the something.
yeah, you can't see the something part. You just see the starting part, which is exactly what I wanted anyway. So worked out perfect.
Cool. Okay, so where did we leave off? You're successfully able to authenticate with GitHub, but it errored out because of something.
Right. Well, we needed a callback
Yes.
because we currently have no callback to go to, so we need to add a route, right?
Yes.
So I guess that's
before we do that, we need to create a component for our callback, right? Because we're gonna use the router to route to that component to do the thing.
right. So, I started to add the route, so I can add the route and then add the component, right?
Yep.
Theoretically, of course. Does it need a trailing slash?
A trailing slash? No.
Oops. Callback. Yo. And then component.
We can just call it callback, yeah.
There. Give it a little extra name just so we can differentiate from a normal callback or whatever. So and then we add a component.
Yep, in the components directory.
Which will say callback.yo.view. Boom. What just happened is unable to watch the changes in this large workspace. Please follow instructions linked to resolve. Shut up. We don't need you to watch our components at the moment. I have no idea where it put that file though. Oh, there it is. It just. Oh, I gotta save it so you can see it.
Yep. Looks good.
Oops, go back. There we go. Okay. So then in here, what do I need? I need
so in
template
your
script and
in
style.
your route, you actually need to include it, right? You need to import it like you did the hello world in your route.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Good call. Import, and of course it's not going to show up though because I haven't actually created it yet. Wait, what did I call it? I called it callback. Yo. From at components callback yo. Oops. There we go. And then get up into the callback. Yeah, look at that. It's awesome when the words show up for me.
So I just created the two components or sections that we need to implement this callback. So we need something to display if this happens to take a little while.
Yeah. And,
right.
we might do style, right? But it's not really necessary.
If we need to apply style to it, I mean,
Yeah, we can.
theoretically this should go really quickly and it will just flash on the screen.
Right.
So that's fine with
Be
me.
like blank, true, or something like that.
Yep. And then for our script, we're just going to delegate into our auth service. So I'm going to import the auth service. Auth. And we'll create a method in there or a function to handle the callback. Right. And then we need to export a component, just like any other Vue component. So export default.
Cool. And yeah, I think it is marquee. Marquee, not blink, it's marquee. And then it blinks.
And then I'm going to hook into the mounted lifecycle event for this component, which basically means like, hey, the component is being shown or about to be shown.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to use some trickiness here. Next, pick, do this. We're going to call our handle callback method.
Sweet.
That. And then once that method is completed, we don't want to leave people sitting here on the callback route.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just use window location href and send them back to the root of the application.
Oh, and the literal root, just like the root of the domain, whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like back to the beginning. You know, if we needed to, like, say we have multiple pages that people could log in from, we want to send them back, we could, you know, do some kind of redirect URL or whatever and handle it. But I mean, at a bare minimum, we need to handle the callback when something hits this route,
Right.
and then redirect back to an actual UI component.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. So now all we need to do is we need to implement this handle callback in our auth service.
Auth service. So that's just an export again, right? Export function, auth callback.
I think it was handle callback.
Whoops. Handle.
We can give it a more meaningful name, but that happens to be what I called it. So
cool. And then that's auth dot.
Yep. We want to parse hash. Capital H. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna give it a parameter object.
What is this? Oh, I didn't. Parameter object.
Yeah.
Just parameter or something?
No. Like pass an object in.
Ah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. And we're going to tell it the hash is equal to Windows location hash.
Wait, hash is equal to Windows. Oh, like hash is equal to. Damn it. It's equal to Windows.
Colon instead of equal, but yeah. Because it's a JSON object.
Derp. Windows dot location dot hash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, there. Okay, it showed up.
Yep. And this is going to be an asynchronous method.
Yeah.
So we need to provide it a callback. And usually what I do is I just create another function called set result. And we're going to get either an error or we're going to get a auth result back. Right, so error auth result. Right, so if the parsing of the hash actually fails, we'll get some kind of error condition. We got to do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then to handle this, we just pass the set result as our callback function for the parse hash call. Right?
Do its print quote. Okay, yeah. Oh, and the callback doesn't have the parens because you don't want to call it actually.
Yes, we're passing it in as a function, right?
Right. Cool. And so in here, can we just set to-dos right now? Do like a to-do or
Sure.
handle? Can we do that right now?
Yep.
And then that should work.
I think what you should do is add a carriage return after 26, and just add a debugger statement there.
Oh, like this debugger.
Yeah, and then in your browser, we'll actually look at this auth result object and see what it contains.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, hey, what is this thing? Let's figure out what we're gonna do with it. Because there's several different things that can come back with the auth result, depending on what you ask for when you do the authentication. So if we go up and we look at the our constructor for our auth object, we have a response type of only ID token. So all we're going to get back is an ID token.
Right.
Right. But we could, if we added extra things in there, we could get back a access token, and we could get back a refresh token. And I believe by using the parse hash method,
yeah,
the auth result should have our user profile as like just an object hanging off of it. So let's go see what it does in the browser.
Save, boom, refresh, log in with GitHub again. And I got an error, redirect, something. Oh, should I restart Vue again?
I don't know. I don't see the error that you're getting.
It looks okay. It's in the URI. But let's look at the thing anyway. Control Shift I. What DevTools extension for a better development experience? Waiting for updating single from WDS. Why is this not? Yeah, and then login. Oh, it says there was an error fetching SSO data. Could simply mean there's an error with the network, but then I'm going to do a GitHub auth. And it's still saying redirect URI mismatch, error description. The redirect URI must match the registered callback URL for this application.
So let's go back to our auth library. And our redirect library is localhost 8080/callback. I bet you need to drop that trailing slash off.
Yup.
And check your management console as well for your application. The value for allowed callback URL needs to match exactly what you're sending for redirect URI.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Bobby Tables. WDS stands for Webpack Dev Server.
Did we do something with that? Okay. Oh, yeah. Cool. Oh wait, that's not where I want settings. And then down here. And I did have a trailing slash, but let me take off the trailing slash. Make sure to specify the protocol. We did that. And
yeah, go ahead and save and let's give it another try. It's possible that we were stripping the trailing slash out along the way.
Oh yeah. Let's actually go do this. All right. 3 errors. Missing semicolon. In the app nav, was it? Oh, wait, what did it say? Missing semicolon in callback yo thing. Wait, where the hell is my callback yo?
Oh, I see the missing semicolon. All right, I got that.
Cool. It's not showing up on the left-hand side in the application. Does it show up in the components directory for you?
The callback yo, yeah, it does.
Weird. Yeah, it doesn't.
Try hitting the refresh button in your file browser. You know,
oh, that did it. Okay. And then semicolon on line 16. What, you want here? Oh, and then missing trailing comma on view 15. Here?
Yep, makes sense.
And then some crap to, oh, you added that. Okay.
Yep.
So hot reloading not work so good. At least in this particular situation. All right. So there we go. Let's refresh it good. Refresh, yeah, and then log in.
Oh, we want to keep the console open to where we hit the debugger.
Yep. What is that failed to load resource? The server responded with a status of 404 for user/SSO data.
You know, off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
That's a weird one, but whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have a big enough enterprise to log into. That's what it is.
It doesn't seem to be preventing us from authenticating, so I'm just going to go with that.
Oh, I didn't like my freaking spacing. Moments like this, I miss Go.
What is it?
Wait, what was in it? It was the Auth.js. Auth.js has, oh here, it's 6 spaces and it expects 4. Sorry, I find that amazingly hilarious. Oh, and it's not Windows, it's window, isn't it?
So I don't want to do this, but there's a add-on for Visual Studio Code called Prettier, which hooks into Prettier, which hooks into your ESLint rules, and you can configure it so that every time you save, it automatically applies all your ESLint rules to where you don't have to do that.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's super cool. For like silly mistakes, like I left off a semicolon or my tab spacing was off, it'll correct those for you.
Oh, there's a couple of them though. There's code formatter, Prettier Now, JavaScript formatter, but they're all called Prettier.
Yeah, I like Prettier Later.
Prettier Later?
Sorry. I'm getting punchy. It's late. Instead of Prettier Now, maybe Prettier Later.
Oh. So should I
Let's
pick
see,
one?
which one do I have? I have Prettier Code Formatter is the one that I install.
Okay, that's what I'm going to go with that one too, from Esben Peterson.
But there's some fiddly configuration bits to get it set up. We probably don't want to do it right now.
Oh God.
On screen.
Okay.
We're like 2 turtles deep right now. Let's not get to 8. So.
Well, I clicked it, so my bad. But okay. So the hash, I changed windows.location to .hash to window.location.hash. Is that correct? Maybe? Because it says Windows is not defined.
Not Windows, window.
Yeah, okay. I fixed that. And then set result was used before it was defined.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Right. Obviously, because it's a callback.
Yeah, but you're using it in a method defined before it's defined. So if we just take it and move it right on up here, it'll get them to shut up. Think.
Cool beans.
Think.
Yeah, let's say better get rid of those spaces. I'm sure that'll cause some more errors. 4 problems. Set result when it's okay. Oh, we probably just need to build this then. Man, that ESLint is no joke.
You know, for the record, when we created the Vue app, we could have told it to not use ESLint.
I know.
It's a lot of heartache.
No use before defined. We just fixed that.
Yeah. Is it somewhere else in another file? Yeah. Auth result, set result. What? Doesn't like about this. Oh, no unused vars. We're not using auth result to do anything. Yeah.
There, fixed it.
Need a semicolon, otherwise it's gonna.
So and then set result. Do we do? Oh, set results function. Okay. Was used before it was. It's not now. It's fixed. Okay, I think it's just a little confused. That's all. All right, run that again.
Well, that makes 3 of us.
Is deprecated. We now treated it. Oh, no console. Shush. Okay, well, did we have something that we could do with that?
With what, the console? Yeah, you can put the ESLint hints around it, but it's only a warning. It's not preventing it from compiling, so let it warn us all it wants.
But it's not running. On the warnings, it's not running. That's the thing. So, like, if I do this now, it's still... Will it build? Yeah, because I think it just goes back into that crap. And then gets stuck.
That's okay. Go to your browser and like, do the needful. Okay, so, and then warning is, okay, no console. Oh,
Oh, it. So this, if it shows this stuff, it's still running. It doesn't actually say it's running.
Yeah.
Though. Okay. So then log in. Let's try this. GitHub. Error, redirect URI mismatch. And it says there's one error on comma dangle in auth.js. What?
Comma dangle. There's a comma there.
On 21.3. It says there's supposed to be a comma here.
What?
Where the heck is the comma supposed to be? Ain't no comma in there. Let's maybe unexpected console statement. Blah blah blah.
Well, here I can make it not complain about that, right?
Okay.
Give me just a second. Copy.
Right. What trailing comma though? I don't see it. Robert Tables. Bobby Tables. Whatever we want to go with. This is just.
Yeah, I
junk.
agree. It's just style junk, but
It is. We kind of oops and turned the ESLint thing on. We probably shouldn't have turned the ESLint thing on right now.
Login state. I'm trying it on my side. I want to see what we get. So, Adrian, like, we're handing off the redirect your URL as a part of the when we go to thrashingcode.auth0.com. Like, if you look at your query string parameters, the redirect URL should be in there, right? And I'm looking for that right now. Go to the end. Profile, email auth, OpenID, so clients.
Error description.
Nonce callback. There it is. Localhost 8080 callback. And we have like and it's HTTP. So that should work because that's what you have in your allowed callbacks, right?
Yep.
All right. So I did. Oh, there it is. Error description. The redirect URI must match the registered callback URI. So,
should I add one for a trailing slash and one without a slash?
Localhost 8080/callback. Yeah, that looks correct to me.
Go back to your error. It said what line and location. Oh, that was for the other thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that says callback slash no slash.
Router. Let's take a look at our router. It's router. Oh. Let's try this. Node.
Oh, where you at in the router?
I'm in the router right now, and I'm about to add something we're missing, which is setting the router mode to history, where it doesn't try to use the hash bang to differentiate between routes. It can still handle the what do you call it? The query string parameters as hash portions, but not the route itself. Now let's give it a try.
Oh, that's
you know
kind of that's kind of huge.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give that a try again. No, not like that. Login. Login. That worked for me, and I didn't get the error. What about you?
Yep. It looks like it did. I just clicked on something, but then I closed it, and so I'm re-clicking on it.
You're paused at the debugger. We should be able to inspect your auth result there.
Yeah, magical stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, paused and debugger. There we go.
Yeah. So by default, the Vue router, I believe, uses the hash for all of its local routing.
Yeah.
But to be able to go to routes like /callback /home /whatever, we want that to not use the hash, basically.
Right. Okay.
And that's why it was saying that we had a callback URL mismatch, because it was sending the hash /callback with all the values, not callback /hash all the values.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So in the debugger, it says auth result is equal null. Is that supposed to be what auth result is?
That should not be what auth result is. That could be because we have an error. Is error there? Do we have an error?
Error is null too. And this is undefined.
What is undefined?
This.
Oh, okay.
I'm moving this all around and it's super weird. Can I just select an element of the page? No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, go ahead and let it run through. Like
Zoom script.
Hit run and see if we hit the debugger again.
Did not. Yeah, it ran through. It continued. And it is now back at localhost :8080.
Did it do that to me too? Let's see. I never hit the debugger. But I didn't have a console up, so I'm going to give it a try again. So log in with my GitHub. Bam, I hit the debugger. I don't have an auth result. This is a set result function. I don't have a null. It's just like executing the hash with nothing.
Yep.
Because there is no hash. Callback error. Redirect URI mismatch. Error description. The redirect URI must... What is it? Match the registered callback. What's this URL look like? So it is /callback /something. Let me check my app settings real quick. Yeah. Allowed callback URL. I don't have a trailing slash. That's working for me. Can we go take a look at your app settings in the management dashboard?
Yep. What are we looking for?
I just want to view the callback stuff.
Here we go.
So scroll down. Localhost 8080 /callback. Localhost 8080 /callback. Make sure I'm not missing some other thing. You are set to single page application, right?
Yep.
As an application type?
Yeah, I think that's just, what is that, down somewhere on this page?
Scroll up.
There it is. Yeah, single page.
Okay. Ooh. Let's set allowed callback URL, allowed web origins. Logout URL, I have no value. I have no values for cores. What do you have for use Auth0 instead of IDP to do single sign-in?
Whoa, where's that at?
Down near the bottom under the JOT expiration. I'm just comparing your values to mine to see if there's anything different.
Under the show advanced settings.
Yeah.
I have nothing. nothing. OAuth is no allowed apps APIs. And JSON Web Token signature algorithm is RS-256. OIDC conformant is on.
Yeah, you probably don't have this setting because I have the full meal deal enterprise version. So that's probably not the problem. Advanced settings. What do we have here? Is there anything in here we need to care about? No. In advanced settings under OAuth, do you have OIDC conformant turned on?
Yeah.
Okay. And the grant types, implicit authorization code and refresh token, those are checked for you.
Oh, what's this grant?
Under grant types.
Yeah, implicit auth code and refresh token.
Okay. Yeah, those are all like default, so it shouldn't be causing a problem. So let's do this. Go back to your browser. No, you're in your browser. I mean, go back to Clint.
Back to Clint.
Yeah, and let's clear your cookies. So if you go to the application tab.
Application tab?
In your
in
Chrome
DevTools?
developer tools, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep, there we go. Clear storage? Should I knock that out?
Clear storage should clear everything for the localhost application.
Yeah, so okay. Clear site data and local storage.
Okay.
Nothing in there for that. Session storage, nothing in there for that. Cookies.
Yeah. Just the clear storage should do it.
Yeah. Okay, looks nice and empty now.
Okay. And now let's go back to the web app and click the login button. And when you get to your IDP, the like thrashingcode.auth0.com, do the same thing.
Oh, clear it again?
Yeah, because you're on a different domain now, right?
Okay, yeah. Clear site data. Okay. And then log in?
Go back to your app and do the whole flow again.
Okay, I got to the debugger. And it says redirect URI mismatch still. Call stack set result. That doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm a little flummoxed by it myself. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Let's see. What am I running this app on over here?
And you said you're getting something different?
Well, I have like a Vue app over here that I'm looking at, like picking out pieces as we go along.
Yeah.
And it's configured exactly the same way as your app, so I'm not sure why we're getting a URI redirect mismatch. That's really weird.
Localhost 8080 callback / query string thing error blah. Brutal.
Scope, fallback. Localhost 8080 callback. And there's nothing after that, which that's what I would expect it to be. But we're not getting anything out of there.
Console Auth0 waiting for update signal from WDS. Right. And thanks to Robert Tables, we now know that stands for Webpack Dev Server. Loading. Keep running. And what happens? Okay. One error. Missing trailing comma now.
Interesting. If you look at further down, like, okay, so we're getting a callback error, redirect URL mismatch, and error description equals the redirect URI must match the registered callback URL for this application, error URI equals developer.github.com/app/manage OAuth apps. So I think your callback URL in your GitHub app is incorrect. To go back to your Auth0 IDP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where I was talking about earlier, we kind of chained through.
Homepage URL. Oh, I have the slash on it in there.
And what did the documentation say for that? I'm not being facetious. I'm like, does it say to have the slash or not?
I don't recall it saying that.
I'm digging into it real quick and I'll tell you. GitHub, how to obtain the client ID. Homepage URL, authorization callback. It says you want to add in there https:// your domain /login/callback. Nothing else.
So no trailing slash.
Here's what I'm looking at right here. I'm putting it in chat. I don't know if you can
whisper it at me.
Whisper it, yeah. There you go. And if you look at bullet point 2, register your app, your new app, the authorization callback is the bottom of that table. Did you see the link? I whispered it to you in Twitch.
Yeah. It's the Auth0 GitHub link, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on it. So I got that in there. And then I get this GitHub. What? Copy your GitHub app's client ID and secret. I did that. Auth0 user owns this application. Yep. And then wait, does that authorization callback need to actually be literally auth0-domain.auth0.com?
Here, I can't see what you're looking at on your screen.
In the docs.
Yes, it does. So where it has the your underscore domain, it needs to be your Auth0 domain. It's cleverly worded that way.
So that would be HTTPS. Gotcha. So then thrashing code.auth0.com slash oh, I'm dying. .com login.callback.
Yes, that's not the only thing you need to change though. You also need to change your homepage URL to https://thrashingcode.auth0.com. No trailing slash.
Okay. Updating.
Go ahead. Update that.
Attempting again. Boom. Refresh. Okay, that looks real good. So I just refreshed and like clicked the button.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes up and says, oh, here's something. There was an error fetching the SSO, but if an origin error has been logged before this warning, please add https thrashingcode.auth0.com to the allowed web origins list.
Okay.
In the Auth0 dashboard.
Let's do that.
And it even gave me a link, so I'm just like going right to it. That's kind of easy.
Kind of dope.
It is kind of dope.
I'm not sure why it's telling you to do that though. So.
And what did it say again?
For that, I'm gonna come over here and do this.
Allowed web origins. Okay, so comma this. I guess because it can come from both of those sites, right? All right, there we go. We got that. Then log in. Okay, it said it again. Please add blah to Auth0 to the allowed web origins list. Let's see your dashboard. Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and log in with GitHub and move on. I'm not sure this is the cause of our problem.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Did you hit the debug?
I didn't hit the debug. I got to the part where it says, do you want to share this data with this thing? With the,
yep, you got to the
site.
consent screen for GitHub.
Yeah.
That's a positive thing.
So, and then I get another thing? Oh yeah, okay, so I'm going to do that. So that, no errors, no nothing.
Yep,
it just
so
finished.
far you're good. But we didn't hit the debug, the debugger. Oh, you don't have it open.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, so we didn't hit the debugger because, yeah. But let's see. I can do it again and then do login. I ain't going to do it because I'm already logged in. Right?
Well, we're not doing anything with the tokens, right? So you're logged into GitHub, you're logged into your identity provider.
Right.
But your app doesn't know anything about your tokens or anything. We're just kind of dumping them on the ground at the moment.
Right. But like I think I'm correct in assuming that when I click login now, nothing will happen because it's already logged in.
Give it a try. It's at least going to redirect us to the identity provider.
So, but it would redirect and then send me back automatically though, right? Which is what it did.
Yeah, that does look like what it's doing.
So it seems right. Now we just need to add well, I guess I need to add a comma after the damn callback, yo. But, warning while combining bed 3. What is bed 3? Oh, it's fussing about like other code and dependencies too. That's just silly. I don't know.
Well, let's put the trailing comma in there.
Yeah, so that is in what file is that?
Callback, yo.
Index. Router, callback. Oh, right here. Yep, okay. Fixed it. And then do you think in like the next, say, 10 minutes, we could actually get some piece in there that would show when it's auth and show when it's not auth?
Yes, like we're actually calling the set result method, which has our auth result.
Yeah.
Which we should see our ID token in there.
Oh,
and then
okay.
that's what you would hang on to as your representation of your user.
Yeah.
Being a thing. But we're not hitting the debugger to have it stop for us, and I'm not sure why. It also should be logging it out to the console.
So log in. Oh, I didn't do nothing. What in the world? Well, it really didn't do nothing. Download the dev tools. Already.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Is that really? Come on.
I saw the loading message for the callback URL.
Yeah, like it's going through the whole process.
Yeah. Callback URL.
It's not executing the console in that function either.
Yeah. Well, you can see it right there on 23. You've got a debugger statement. It should pause right there because it's not getting to it.
Yeah. I think it's hitting your view router differently than what you anticipated. Everyone. Yes. Is it?
That is the greatest username ever. Everyone.
Which is interesting because Juan is using one as Juan. So we got some pretty advanced Juan usage. Shoot. Damn it.
Let's try it in an incognito window.
How do you do that? Is it this
File,
thing?
new incognito window.
I don't. Oh, no, okay. Da 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 da. And log in.
Oh, it's doing the same thing to me now too. It's just traversing me back.
Yeah.
I'm getting no console log statements. I'm not popping into the debugger on the callback. There. Let's go to network. Preserve log. Clear.
So when I do that in the incognito window, it at least goes to the auth correctly. Do I need to go back in auth to like force that to log it out or whatever?
Well, we can actually wire up the logout button real quick and have that function where we can de-authenticate.
Okay.
We already defined the function with logout, so if we go back to our callback yo, or actually our app nav, we should be able to pull out logout now. Logout. And we'll have another method of handle logout. That, and then we need to wire up the button handler for the logout button.
Okay.
All right. So that should be wired up now. So the logout should actually log us out of the Auth0 identity provider. Not necessarily out of GitHub, though.
Well, that at least forces us to go through the stage again appropriately.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it just did. It didn't look like it did anything. Can we do...
I'm not sure how to interpret that, everyone. More console log statements we can't see. Hooray!
Damn it! What is going on? What is up with that?
So look at the network tab.
No wonder they don't like anybody to use console.log. You can't see it. Oh, that's a good point. Let me. Whoops. Now I have Control Shift in my head. Hold on. All right.
Like a boss.
Yep. There we go. Okay. So I'm rebuilding it again just to run it that way again.
Okay.
Because it does seem like it didn't even attach that function that we just added to the event of combo dangle.
I definitely think if we do this again in a future stream,
Turn
don't
off
share
ESLint.
your console with me.
Do what?
Don't share your console with me. I wonder if that's causing your console to like flip out and not work correctly.
Can I?
Like just allowing me to edit code, it should be enough.
Yeah. Oh, I can't stop sharing the terminal. I can stop sharing the server, but I can't stop sharing the terminal. That's kind of weird, but whatever. There, maybe. Yeah, good point. Good point, everyone. We did not get a clean rebuild there, so that could have been a big problem.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hear it. Log out. Hey, okay, yeah. I mean, I guess that's okay. And then we're gonna go and say log in again. Yeah, okay. So that's what we definitely wanted. Good job, everyone. See, it's really hard to give you credit for something when you're everyone.
Everyone was so helpful today.
Yeah, everyone was definitely so helpful today. Love it. So,
and now you have a login, and I'm gonna leave for the day.
That sounds like a good idea, actually. we should break for the day. But just to cover what we just did, so we did get auth and logout wired up, and it's mostly kind of sort of working. The catch here is, what is that thing that whatever it's not running? Well, in
the callback view, right? We call handle callback in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's defined in the auth service. So go take a look at that.
Right, handle callback.
And handle callback basically takes the Windows location hash and tries to parse it.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives that a callback called set result. And all our set result method does is try to log out the auth result.
Yeah.
And pop a debugger on us. And it's not calling that callback. It's just like skipping it. So I don't know if it's even calling the handle callback function. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like it was before, but now it definitely seems like it's not.
Yeah.
Or it's definitely apparently not.
Yeah. So why don't we commit this and get it in a source control repo somewhere, and I can go fiddle with it, and we can rejoin each other at a later date and continue on.
That sounds like a good idea. I'm going to commit this to a repo off stream. So everybody that was on stream, check this out. Enjoy my wonderful outro stream. And me and Bobby are going to do stuff. So yeah, we were streaming. And since this is basically a restart of the restarting, here's what we did real quick. So
as soon as we signed off, I suggested something and it all started working. And I'm not sure why, but I wanted to come back in and actually show you what the result of having successfully logged in is.
Yep. So we commented out. Oh wait, where did it go? Where did I put it?
It's in callback yo.
Oh yeah, callback yo. There we go. We commented out this one line, the redirect back to /, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm just going to actually take that out now for the time being. And that gives us the ability to see what the heck we're getting. And so when I go back out here and delete this, localhost, stuff, and then we log in. Oh, and there's the debugger. I picked an unsupported response type because we also just added that in the Auth.js here. But let's say I'm gonna take out those two real quick. Boom. And then computers, so fun.
Yeah, exactly, everyone. Yep. Yeah, the browser was not allowing the callback to execute.
Yep. So there we go, running localhost now. So go back and just do this thing again. All right, so we do log in. Now it's going to the debugger again. Why is it going to debugger?
Well, did it actually log something out? I mean, it's going to the debugger because we have a debugger statement in there.
Oh, it says
that's at least telling us that yes, you're actually hitting that code.
Right, and there's our auth result, which is the access token and all that jazz. How can I get a better view of that? Anyway, you see your ID token.
Go to your console. You logged it out to the console, so we should be able to look at it there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I was looking at. There we go. Yeah, so ID token payload, etc., and state down here. So that shows it was working. And then we were working on exactly.
Wait a second. I gotta play an obnoxious sound about that.
Go for it.
There's nothing wrong with this brain.
Oh man. So handle callback. Yeah, we did that. Oh, and we were gonna add in. I'm just gonna add email. Let's see what that does.
While you're doing that, I think we're using the wrong demands for what I'm trying to do. So here's what we want. Go back to that code.
Yeah. Response type is what?
Instead of ID token, use OpenID space profile.
Oops. Open ID space profile.
Wait, that's in the wrong place. In the response type, we want ID token.
Okay.
Then we're going to add a scope, and the scopes we want are OpenID and profile.
So that's like this, scopes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Expected comma.
OpenID all one word, no underbar.
Oh. Like so. That's definitely easier to type than to try to. There we go. Now we got more stuff, right? No?
You can do it. All right.
Oh, that didn't give us any more stuff. I thought that was going to give us access token and stuff.
No, we're not requesting access tokens yet.
Oh, okay. What did that change then?
OpenID and profile. Apparently nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to call it a day, man.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Cool. So we broke it and we fixed it, and we're calling it a day now for sure. I'll intersplice this into the YouTube archive video in case anybody does ever go look at it, so they know that we did get the access token at the end. But
not the access token. We got an ID token.
I mean, yeah, the ID token. On that note, much appreciation, good sir, for hacking with me for hours on a. Well, I don't know what today is. Thursday. Hacking for hours on a Thursday. So.
It was fun. It was fun. I like Vue, but wow, am I not experienced with it?
Yeah. Same boat. Same boat.
Yep.
So, cool. Thanks for coming back, everyone. Have an awesome Thursday. Cheers. We are out.
Yeah. See ya.